they keep on what they call them in Yusu. Just they will keep on amaze us. Umbakoswa aye niema bia kekanse mbia chese omuba ye nwanwa na aza woti omasokra enye yi enei Mahama Ayariga na oye majority leader in the 9th parliament mampeni abodi se onkwe local government minister wono converting enra na wodi nkoma omubra no ebusa no National Cathedral enwasem na sede osi bo National Cathedral na baso ehwahwa no eka se wono Mahama Ayariga no won kan baabia da National Cathedral no enye no no kwa body sikasem won nkofo bi kan honkon ba no won kwa nya won kwa no wo show won hawo ana owo awo National Cathedral hey Ghana na na dan kwa Akufo-Addo me say enya obuo keke ene betam de abre wo kunkum abo pa ene nipa ba soa wa bra fifire tira ne komu buo na wo so andese no de aba ofie e wo chebi anase nima ne de do se adodan kwa Akufo-Addo wo buo ni o so mu je ene Mahama Ayariga say National Cathedral no ni problem no wo hu nyina ne say baby ani esi dan no na ebema traffic abekrum traffico na ebema traffic abankran enunti ana no wo haw e wo National Cathedral ho na ya de pa wono kra wo be local government minister yi se nyame yera dono rekodan aban na aban etiase etwasika manoa wo de bekwa akohyem ama National Cathedral no yesi e de awie na Ken Maminte Mahama Ayariga yesterday and Mahama Ayariga today me refer to Enra. Now yesterday to me refer to one day we in opposition. Then someone na oka ena ene and someone oko vertino oko kaim. Na asemwa ba ko esaya reho someone ene we a Christiania. It was wotena se na busa wo se e de bai ane ya sofo a ye buo mu ye respect omu e okrom ha no wo mu ade ye sabe o ma fa se wo ma so ma edi wona chi no ye wo buo so nkuni ani de ma o mu nti no wo betim de ya dwene adi agro was chasing their personal interest ana ebinum ga mbo se ye mua angel se o nya aba ya amanyofo ana wo mu hide behind the clerical ne kasok no ene ye nema omoye enra asofo bi a ye no moti kromu a wo mu na gigina mu se dabi nyankopon enka nje mu se kramoni amaye mampani e okromu anom na jezo mo twini twan preachi fa kwan hodo so pumakutia na wo mu buba ka asem no kwasakwa ne ade ahead of the 2024 elections no enra menana menkanisa because me papa Victor Kusibuati e papa no Archbishop Nicholas Duncan William he doesn't cease to amaze us to say enra Mahama Ayariga e converting ana Mahama Ayariga say watu baba Christiani paraso e kramoni Mahama Ayariga e converting papa Archbishop Nicholas Duncan William me wo krom hai yenim a Christopher o ma converting a ye huru Nicholas Duncan William sofopani e wo honom me giri ye kwa se minister so ma converting bi kwa na sore ma ye hu omu ho enra Mahama Ayariga we ye kremoni e converting and because Duncan Williams actually kiki and wakwakwata na chipe Nicholas Duncan William Archbishop the Papa the anointed man of God subscribes to a Muslim leadership in this country. But an annual da na ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and some of the idea ye na some. Mama Nkwati Mahama Ayariga in Parliament before election 2024 and yesterday at the vetting committee miwia mene lawyer Charles Owusu Juana or a lawyer for the National Cathedral meneno abedin komo.
The cause of the cathedral could have recruited. The cause of the cathedral could have established businesses that will employ many young people. The cathedral, how much money didn't we spend?
I wanted to know your take about the National Cathedral.
So the idea of having a national cathedral is, in my opinion, a wonderful, exciting idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a national cathedral for the Christian community in our country. The only issue I had, and I said personally, not politically, I had issues with the location. I thought that the location would rather just increase the traffic congestion in that neighborhood.
The cost of the cathedral could have been...
Okay, so Mama Yarega and a Martin Kano earlier on the video I did boy na obusa business say and you must say and as a cat about national cathedral no ebetumi abie just say sikano for so ebetumi nya oso no and okay kan some saa na Ghana for the bufuo eja national cathedral isu bi akoto aba etia MPP for enne okonvert nra Yebusa National Cathedral no wasem Mahama Yarega kro na say na I don't want to believe say Ebia na Duncan Williams etinechiri dia or say it was a wonderful idea na in his opinion not politically the no free say oha na ho say na ebe create traffic congestion e won kran na mame nkwa ahoma so na mene lawyer Charles Owusu Joanna menka say na oye lawyer for the National Cathedral. Lawyer, good morning.
Morning.
What do you want here?
No, what do you mean?
Don't kapa yada nyankopon ase. Minimara enra ora mahama yarga vet no ultimate tiebi and I want tie grandpa when you accept of it.
Many accept of it.
Eddie kan what you know. Ubusa ho question bi na wo try say one gasa all answer question na ubusa ho na na.
Well, mama I got some work no our backdrop. And you ma akoso. Every time 2022 almost started say militate against the National Cathedral. So I'm no more opposition to not attack our now opposition just say government pre akunya to be a candidate the officer Bamania akunya no no more the one so almost about government muna bibia one National Cathedral no ho again you know still no omo yes me number one the contract and strategy for exonerating some of strategy for that some of Kenyan no quite if a prophet Kusivun Kra charges on rating. They call OSP. So we senior in whom report. They call NIP. Now OSP in some report of the Amaba in the data. Now I'm what internet to see at Sasso. They call NIP the same thing. NIP forms to the report about and so the laws and push for the audit, extensive audit. I'm clear, National Cathedral project, any trustees, and also I'm gonna say any enough, but more important, instructively, there's the information minister for the presidency, or no for management report, no press conference also. So I had to respond to him. And also I'm back on the Casabium. And also I say forensic audit. And PwC for a take you over. PwC for Bear will say November last year in a town baby. Or meant to me and week. Almost March is so many to me and week. But I mean, conform report to the about that because every step of the way, normally the baby almost do piano, almost the government. Now, my Yariga sama working. to see our core parliament here, and before the comment no yeah. As time from the clarity I say, National Cathedral no a good project. A bit Numa and I feel a bit solidified Christian worship. Krum has said. I have very clear because confront the almost a draft to PwC for the draft to Bray. From the draft to the Bray, your comments to be Bray woman. And then you know, getting some documents, getting them, and near the amount of data. And just sign these hard documents, no will be saying, sign the command. Questions no will be signed, our draft to them, management report to them. You respond to them, sign the command. Into your war. Draft report to them, your war. There's no way, say, government to them, they make a decision there other than what has a for the amount. Now, more is, importantly, when you say president, or not necessarily a minister of local government, because constitution, the power not only the man. In the constitution, this is all power. Or to me, appoint to be a man who this position, the man. Into where I appoint to the presumption is what the president bets nothing. That president, church, or no, maybe you say, we are man. And the mama, I got some of a car, I different from your car before some time, yeah, or saying. I don't see a congestion. And another thing, so it may use National Cathedral, Canada, before the union. And there's a politics, not a boy. But I say again, and I'm going to say, number. Some of my kind of young crap. And you see a civil face. And the saving of the face, the minister, appointed minister, never, of course, and certainly baby son, because we're not in charge of local government and religious affairs. So certainly will be baby son, question. And there's all carry this. Now, who say, I think government need a change in the position. So far as National Cathedral, no, I am concerned. Now, they started carrying a check, say there's no. Some allegations no more kind and Cathedral is a good project. They create a lot of jobs. And I say the only project see Syria because government is there now and try them and mommy the one it was our government we want to say. And sign almost better power. Now the previous government almost $58 million. And no mama assassin. And they are shot here, nothing. And also, the government so obey. It's government obligation was our cathedral and the building. While for 3 years, it's the government, the idea is the government, this is the assassin movie. But I do not want to you'll be maybe South Scabia as a cathedral. And I we the year is over facilitate in terms of and some now more cathedral, over some imagining. No matter differently than Kofua, or more around. No more contribute seriously towards the building of the cathedral. Besides, twice I shall see a contribute. Then, Mama, so say, I could that Obi to say Archbishop Dr. Williams. Militate against the Muslim or contested to become a president. And again, or support to be obey minister of religion or minister of religion or a Muslim. Most of them normal politicians, they say. They are more in the political arena than saying Christian, the religion and not Christian worship. No, I don't know why. And Abanisa. Immediately, Kasa, in the Mihuna Diana would the team to acquire, but symbolic aspect of the acquire, it raises issues, maybe, and questions, maybe, waiting. And giving a national cathedral, Senazo Bakaya, Otabo, Pastor Otabo, Etu then with you. Setam or Tis Ajayi associates, Ajayi the Panakwana or the architect,
The architect.
On my explanation of what the cathedral was going to be and how it was, the concept was found. I said, I was sick good. For the first time, I said, I was sick good. And of course, microphone, so can say, Cathedral in India, set ABC. Many in the bone come one on one as well. Say, government pe cry. I said, government, all my Christian food in the time. If she cannot government be shame, on big my family, this kind of my government. To that extent.
Wow.
And Dimania. To send you my degree, SC, say, I'm for complaining. You who, which is a 24-hour market, because of the summer Makata data. Some of that, you mark back be out the money payments, Juma, and no matter for your market who said, I didn't achievable. Only the space, would you producing your man, only the positive demand base, amount for requested for Sanyoman and export drive, and yeah, Wontumi, yes, you know, concept now, or more campaign say, you will book of food, the alternative, a unico, and see a boo. Car park here, and no my CBC 24-hour market. And so any day, as our consistent propaganda, a percent man about reality, no, I was a government in Jai. Not to the new to the National Cathedral project, a genuine project for Christians, bringing Christians together. And a manager said, Ghana, a Christian country. In terms of the numbers, there was strong Christian presence in Sobabua, Omwa, Unja, Normal, Juma. Normunya, so move to that's the good Ghanaians, and now my already some contributed towards the project, on the Twasa contributing in the Cathedral. So, intervention back 2022 at Cabana, Cathedral, yes, CV.
Lawyer, while the politician was trying to make political capital out of this, now a Christopher Onsua and also Matias no welcome such a project. Now you won't come on Omunsuno and Amanyofor na Kambomo na Sabamu Mudi anymore. Ya read the come ya attack him become a bush of Fonano. And when you listen to the conversation today, how do you feel? And then your man yourself, baby, your extra corner and Yama influence the electorate no decision. No, what do you make out of this?
Interesting. Because me, the Gamika say, Edu amanyo semina amanyo bon semua. And it's how we did Trochenko for me. Because at that point in India, see the thing, and I'm got to about a one. Almost I would say the show with your maximum. It's as an employee, or did Trache the employees. Or to the mechanism. And you cry, no, maybe a cost to see you who many yet. And you cry, now, obese Duncan Williams. Now, one and now, financial director. That's a cathedral transport. One and now, a financial director. One and now, who receive funds. One resign, what your letter, because, that's a cathedral, your more money. One will be able to trust and swap. You also call board meeting. There were a agenda, they call board meeting. The swap. They see who now be informed. You call email man. I said the document to call away. And some near debris. I'm a clergy politics. One more when say last I made a aircraft to cut off for me. Criticize or criticizing National Cathedral. Seriously. National Cathedral Fire Hospital. A show the term, a swimming pool, and in your market. And effectively, that's a Ghana is 72 to 73% Christians. There were independent churches, our Hasid, our Kuma. Certain things that happen in other countries that take in the rest of us say, church, state now, so church in Munaso, monument, to say France, America, England, other countries now, all Christian base and all now. And every crime baby will say, church, I feel it out. It is Christian dominant, almost because you affected them in such a way. Say, government here the contribution we are. I said Christian don't know. Almost started some year donations. And the benevolent society said where the baby. And the 3/4 of the Sikana University National Cathedral. I will say see and for any companies in benevolent societies there. But here we are. Government is not there. The only project citizens and Christians and benevolent societies, and you are 3/4 of the Sika. Even so, a better government there. That is the only project in this country. And so I'm not for criticizing now. There may be some church there. The end of criticizing National Cathedral. Because of the political gains at the MPP so big gain for the 2024 elections. Almost don't count the performance here we are. I bet what MPP for our election in Minchino. I will see it destroy you. I see it criticize that you know. I see it find some fan for now. Almost the board no sooner. You've been resigning in the madam. It is high time, sir. Ghana for let me entrust you. What I say, all my form of doom almost starting in cancer, and then the French train. My young fight, and not didn't find your BB. Then they tell you who say, and some of them can say, I didn't know, and you're not correct. Because the estimate anyway, now a deception to the highest degree. To the people I'm going to Twaba. Yes, so any part of Christopher and Twaba because I'm afraid say National Cathedral and your papa and Africa Munina MPP for the neighbors so media man and so when man don't can we have no any more matter. I will not militate sa agenda. I'm a new baby uncle Twaba. Now listen to all of us. Say, now come is me. And then the brother said, Ruby also, Keremofo Group, maybe I think I'm in the city. Nanyamin in the India or seeking. But so be that down. I should think that all your arguments are win out there. Uncle Paul Subacaso is the win out there, made a man. Or what I say. You know, Sana, I don't know. Apart way.
Lord, I mean, say, na, Mumu, any of your palm, ye, meaning said that, you know, Ghana for you now, but Tim was said, and Comodina, Casasha, expose you more, they sought to be fighting more now, Moody National Cathedral project in the enemy. But that's not pay.
Miss Medasi, that's so friendly and pay. I need that, am I a pa, say, Minister Orban. What I'm going to point to me, I'll say, a fair deal. We who use the day of National Cathedral, a good project, a Bible project, and therefore, any congestion you. Pretty congestion you. It will be the masses of friendly.
Right, lawyer Charles Owusu Joanna was a lawyer for the National Cathedral. Now, 3 news from Kalasino. If I become the Minister for Chieftaincy Affairs, I will engage the Christian community, and if it's the will of the president, we will mobilize resources and complete the National Cathedral. Mahama Ayarega Enum Asam Enunum. All right, eti moment ko enra vete no asika cry na minority leader Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Maki wasahine ene owura ahyanfo esa the boni kakra before the minority boycotted the vetting of the 3 Supreme Court judges na mampani abom dimina ne say said the ambassador for Teddy on Jumadie no and Pembia no leadership no attention kukwam then they agree omo ekobankrom so adwene ewo enema bia omo ba abonten abaye ho na no ana minority da eteze kukwam no wo begitu mu say atemwofo no avert ne de wo de beko busumi dunum October mu wabra parliament no akwa back from recess na ankasa na omo edi ho enkomo na so mbatena vetting committee no ase NDC fo no omo di pade do omo fa back door na omo di bewram na eno no na minority leader ebo anyu so mamensha yensha de course in parliament enra
not also preside over this particular committee and discriminate against the judges, allow the vetting of our colleagues, and then reject the vetting of the judges' nominee. I will not do that today. I won't do that tomorrow. I therefore consider all grounds of the minority leader as flimsy and hollow. I considered his objection to be frivolous, vexatious, unmeritorious, baseless on the facts, the rules, and the law. Therefore, I will accordingly dismiss the objection by the minority leader in limine. Thank you for your rapt attention.
Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, you don't have the power to dismiss a preliminary objection properly raised. You have responded to me. I have a right of reply, and then we put it to a vote. It's a decision. It is the House the committee that must resolve. That is how we take decisions. Chairman, if we are talking law, let's talk law. It is not within your right to say you have ruled. You don't rule on issues that come. You don't have the power. There is no such power in our standing orders. Even as a speaker, when a motion comes before the House, he relies on the decision of the House. It is not a matter for a ruling that you will say that you've dismissed with all those adjectives. I won't go there. Let me remind you on some important issues and reply to your response to me. Issue 1. The House did not pass any resolution.
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, when you are making your submission,
I kept
you
quiet.
called on me.
I didn't call on. I said there's resolve.
Rule
no,
on the
I didn't say rule. I said resolve. Don't get me wrong. No, resolve.
Honorable Minority Leader,
no, please.
Let your microphone be off.
No, Chairman, don't start your thing. Don't start it and then finish and think you can control narrative. We are being very decent. Don't try it.
Minority Leader,
don't start it, Chairman.
You did not move a motion before the committee. You raised a preliminary objection.
It's not a ruling.
And the preliminary objection is supposed to be ruled upon by the rules of the House.
No, which rule? Quote it. Quote which rule? Quote the rule. Quote it if the standing order is here.
Yeah, so
mine is here. Majority leader, take your time.
No, take your time.
Majority leader, he's capable.
No, take your.
He doesn't need a lawyer.
Please.
Let him. This is it. Rule it. Open.
Take your
Open.
orders.
You people are taking this majority thing too far.
Open to 268.
You guys are taking this majority thing too far. No, we've not finished the argument. He cannot. Stop it.
Patrick.
You've had power. One day you may not have the power.
268.
Don't do this.
No, 268.
You know. It's not fair.
Open it. 268.
Majority leader. Stay out of this matter. Stay out of this matter. Which ruling? This is not within his right to rule anything here. What is it going to do?
Open to 268.
I move. You didn't see. Yes. A motion was moved registering our preliminary objection. A motion was moved. We had a meeting with the clerk and him in his office. You were there. We all agreed that the nominee for the Supreme Court should be done in October. Clerk, he was there. We all agreed that let's do the nominees. So what changed? What changed? Why are you always frustrating everybody? Why are you taking the majority too far? And when we talk, we become victims. Why?
Please.
Why? He can't rule.
Please.
We have to argue. It's a motion that we raised and stated our grounds.
Listen to others.
The preliminary objection was grounded on our motion. Don't do it.
You listen.
He did.
You listen.
You were my mate. You were my mate. I was called before you. I was called before you. You were my steady mate. And you know my law is unsoiled. So stop what you are doing.
It's very clear. Have you seen the order?
You know my law is unsoiled. You know, Eche. You know. Don't let politics, make you behave this way. I've raised. He cannot rule. He can rule. Rule on what? It's a motion. He should tell me where he can rule. We have to take a decision and vote. That person, please. It's not fair. We have a right of reply.
Voting committee no esono. Na de kwewe ya ne say minority leader Osayine Alexander Afenyomakin ka say kokwamu enkoma akandifo a ewo afanimi enu na adom kuma ne dom kase ne gitu mu ne say womu amampani abo mu di so mba ya soafo no na mo vati mu na temuafo na yabo mu di ne de womu de beko busumi dunum aye October afamba trasia NDC for once again want to use the majority to bully their way through. Say ne wodom do woti ye penny ebeye ejibupo mumpo atemuafo no ene ya vati mu na afenyoma keze ne ha omubo no bo no say ne edom kuma ne ahoro yensa. Yeah, sorry, we cannot be part of this. Now, me bo video away because I want the MPP today to be taking notes of all these happenings. I want the MPP today to be taking the boxes today. And yema ACC no. Now, when by the grace of God and by the will of Ghanaians, saying to me, be a wua. Now, Feno, most of the diagro. Kabibia muntie kabibia what asemusi na wukura wa beseche no aka no kura ache party for no wona ebusuefo wo mo mbedi watam di watam wo mo mbe sopaw wo mo mbe hu a wo mbe muramura enne mo woni se esi wisu tumi ye ka tumi a mo woni se de esi wisu tumi endisi fo che bibi kakra wa atiwa na se chena ye se ye tumi biewa ya de diagro. So for Bishop Charles Ajinasare say, "Wo bwen this if waba so papa adaya ozo ba ye galam say ene ma omo ye no ebinsida say omo say ko galam say ene ma Ghana yes ya accomplish in the fight against galam say no and this if why de pa now you see kroma you say we na oso no wan so wano a nyame ni pafui ye de e bia nyame dabo nyame ado wan hwe a obeka sa etiamu because eniema ye huru ewo krom ha galamse na enne asai no in the month of April and wakasa asem no say galamse ya aban we kutia no we are making progress, we are accomplishing a lot of gains. And not today, Mr. Bishop Charles Ajinasare, we want to hear from you again. Sagalam say no, and what some at say. Now, I send you minister kind, Nipa 23, and a galam say amna a buokum. As so for someone can, Nananom de say, Omoka, Wamucha MPs to a gino, no more goods and no more bodia. Mabrune mrantie maba went to misare ni akwachi wo hene so ye gam say na ko ma police form baby ye duru no enti Bishop Charles Ajinasare osofo a wo ye de memma ho na mom wonsam a wokeka afa Ghana ho de eno de respectfully met me busa ansem busa e wo ho say enne today we want to hear from you say na anu ada mudi gia mo pulpit so preach ye no ka say abanya sabe Wontumi kugaram say MPP aban kuto now this is the today we want to hear from you again. Na mommy gwatie Lawrence Tate. So for Penny Lawrence Tate on Galamsey before election 2024. Na enne why di yente nka onu kwa dem say womu ehwe government land ne ton here dem say committee no as a board no da so. No wonder eti yente sofu pani Lawrence Tete na ensori mana mo de my masem sofu ka asem wa papa eboni o na mo som na mo de nam no. Some of these things should cause you to review your trust in the man of God who leads you.
A statement from the presidency. I agree with Professor Adai that the president should call state of emergency. If we can come together, if we were able to stop people going to church and the mosques and the ashrams and the auditoriums during COVID, I don't see why we cannot stop Galamsey. I'm getting very concerned. Is somebody enjoying something we don't know?
Indeed, enraged about the situation. Do pastors demonstrate? Can they also demonstrate?
Of course, yes.
So they can hit the streets?
Are they not citizens of this country? In fact, sometimes I get very saddened when pastors make comments and people put them in political box. Trust me, there are a lot of us who are not in the box. We don't have to be in the box. I'm Lawrence Tete for crying out loud. God has blessed us. We don't have to be in the box to speak our mind. I think it's about time the pastors come out and we should not play lip service. In fact, the church is speaking. You just heard Prophet Odro speak. You just heard Archbishop Ajiansari speak. You just heard me speak too. And in fact, in the past 6 months or so, I've been very loud about Galamsey. That is not acceptable. That this nonsense must stop. The nonsense that must stop. This is one of the nonsense. The absurdity of somebody sitting somewhere.
So Penny Lawrence Tete, I don't know. Say Ajiansari, so Penny Wakasa, so Kofi Odro Wakasa, Weyakasa. Na busumi nsia etwam no wakasa okasa no naka enama akumaku 89 near Kotoba. We said the nonsense must stop. Nesana na do etimi ama nso nyina tie fie. Sukufu anko suku. Edwumayefo tifie. All in the name of COVID-19 dia. Ene owotumi so tumi bibia ema Galamsey no stop it. I was saying, sorry, no, I shall say, Ekasa. Fair comment. Yajitum. Today, and now, if you are the 28th of August 2026, Sofopani Lawrence Tete, Sofopani Ajiansari, Sofopani Kofi Odro, Duncan Williams, Anemo Amaka, Archbishop, Papa. What is the state of the fight against Galamsey under this government? Say that say 2024-23. Money to do another one at say, is it better? Yes, I no any acquire no. Our lands and our forest, the destruction, the extent of destruction, under another Baumia government, no, any and not at the end at say, why are you quiet? Why are you silent? Why are you not talking? Why are you not calling the nonsense, the so-called nonsense, to stop? Na so for Penny Lawrence Tete the Robusa say, and they obi benefiting from Galamsey, and fighting na. And I want to put the same question to him and his colleague clergymen. Say, and now, are they also benefiting from this government? All Galamsey, enti eno musuntu minkasa na adai ena mugu Christosum ni nyamesom eno sofudi ani masesa ena asore mani bisusu no sabe yaye hu te say robot papa odi ti na papa beka bia na edi akire di odi beka bia na edi akire ene na mamenko about telephone lines na mene sompahima ebinum kwa wo mo ni bot pendem fe na jo akwadu na ye de ye friend honorable Patricia Apiagei asokwa mrase bedwani eno no ba me ba chai
yo video so
na pom to say
mo hot say you na ba ba ko outside
yadom yenso ye ho ye pa enra na say voting committee na senadom kuma na mo bo nyere ma bi so ama minority dakra ekasa ise ene de ekeka kon de Monsori nko. Na yasamba pati.
Yo, where the Panya is 20 and a penny bobiachi. Sammy, for Twamba, na Yamanichia, sa no mine, ye be who know. If he said, and said, it didn't move his own domination. In Canberra, the edge money due process here. And man, she say, why the edge money do there. No mercy, we trust and no more the head on my pay. Now, go back to 2024, it's saying you know something. I found the era of Kufuadu Bepono. Now, your fellow said, in the more your very warm Supreme Court judges, maybe before retirement. If you know, he said, young so, Mamma, young Bobo, or Mohoni, and he said, one more a bit to me, I to mana. Na yema woman netwa adum ma elfa ho megie no emu omaduma no so sabe no na yen edom kase di yen edom kuma no tasa sa na yesusu ye ya megie mu sa sabe ya o pepe sana situation ni die. Dear, no, because I know I'm saying you. Yeah, dear, advertising.
101.3 FM. Movement.
Now, young fan two Ghana for weddings are summer seed. This will be walking the Vika, not what to me about. And you shot a Merano, a Munchishire, such as a judge for a lawyer for almost all the power of the gym. And the Yankayan and Tamkatra. It is at the Togana when him, your friend, publication. Yet the 2 women and Nangwa Edu. I can't say, do we are sure said the old you and what it. And Giane or more Santa, no, you rat to 40 and not 40 and donkey to Apple. Diane woman Casa. Na yes, young Timinian in term, young 5 years. Ogataya, ye put trust, ye frame meeting that trust. Young Papa, Amada, in a portrait woman. Mobaya, Sabra, no, they are your wife. Only my Muntina was having a metraco name. A before 8 years through. That's why you say. A man no set what's that man. Indeed, a young boy, and now, your day, I guess she said, and dear, on my bed peninsula. Ya bobo, much done so. I'm not heckly, tie a friend heckly. About this year, maybe to me, I was out of way in an England. That you have some other say, okay, a good so. Oh, yeah, yes, okay. Sasana Mopeno, dear. Yes, young son, put any. But you will feel cry, say, it be free, but the sir, the mono. It's a my age, I'm a judge for no points. I got the one, none other tonight for that. Have a two. You know how much I had, I see a sir, much. Sir, I dear way say, I tell you, I didn't say a new meaning. I say, I tear once. It's a my boy. It's your brother, a pound of 14 days in a pound when you are suffering meeting you, and no soprano. I saw my meeting, you're right, I know what is majority of not majority some country no. You're right, at 240. Now, the deputy, I have heard no. Now I land a mineral resource. Yes. You know, said that. I don't know to America. I'm going to move the set. Mr. Chubia would. Now, yeah, today, my opponent said, you can see a package down at ports. Sana, Era, a Kufuado, free so. If you want money, the beer that they not a penny of the baby and the Gimunti, NCSC and Fanto. Almost a month and the paper judges no, on my door, so don't know. And so I'm not there. Someone can say, Yamadana for no, and Chiasia. Na Ghana for some of way, Yabaya, a bread, a woman won't bet to me a day. I will say a tire no more a ma yet to make you so. By a sad baby, almost that young today, that bottle for a yeah, one more better up when you're here, make us say. Never, Mahama. Nipa nso no apa wo mo akọ Supreme Court ho already. Samien say o de wo mo eba enra ya toto wo ma ni. Apa wo edu. Ya de yam question o mo ne junior wa de yesa. Was to be an exam some. And you what you do. Yeah, Supreme Court judges no mo say. It you say quite beyond the day. What's it to true me? Because Jordan, the day I'm a near boy. Say, Yamma, special and some. Oh, sir, almost a buy a night, one more flat report. What was that? I'm not found to the property. Yeah,
frame.
It's a quiet son or more than Babette. You see, ministers in you know. The reshuffle now, why, and who being as a baby. That or more, not judges. That Bank of Ghana for bill, and then to be afraid of report. Report to the American saying, what Freya report like they are. Specifically, near my you're saying, not near baby. That business committee committee, the editor, almost answered there be judges in the energy and said that. So, is it you almost say, young person vacancy be a whole area of feeling. Is it a 1 year set the better to a coffee area where I'm just fun to Ghana for any and some memoranda be what you been everywhere and children survive there. If I will be to me, I am Supreme Court. It is that publication that is very important. What you are feeling? I'm saying, one, don't should about go a better one. That some almost can say, I can't frame it to me. I bet any pending in anyway. If you are some almost they say, it does committee meeting. So I dare to say, yeah, judge for that in Kabu. Say, no. Yeah, for your ministers, you do. Any more. You know more, you must say, so who do public office. You know, any chair, or my Jumaya, new woman near Menuna. But I did for your mobile. Yes, more. They say there will be at the countries at the end of the interview. But about the side, you don't know. What's not, you know? The friend is a speaker. Okay, now both these business committee for the that's a map, and they say, yes, also a house, no, idea to go as a so it's a family. Yeah, sister, I know what standing on that train, no. Then I would say, I was so bad bush, you know, and I want to go to the property in here. What's that with you for Edumano? With this Edumano? It is a you know. We say no, and now they are suspended to go standing on the 217 there. Yeah, one of the things that yes, and it's emotion, no, one more and take emotion, no. say a winner. A winner, and it's like, just say, the other year, teaching and so, be was a alien. Your parents so, yeah, Bobo, one movie, and to be Uncle said, you know, and no, say, a house, no, and you have to say, Sammy, brother. I don't say, Debbie, and no more yardiness. And no more yardiness in Sabi, we say, indeed, yeah, Pammy said, don't cadre. I went to me and yet you man of said, in fact, it's a Busua Kaya. Okay, yeah, they say, yes, we can now take on you. Don't send the beer and fata, yeah, a deputy speaker. And the audience to my Yakata was a dear. If you know, Mujina Suka said, and when I was a dear man. Adam principles as out. I fire. Adam Mosa can be before. Get the principle. Any in India, Yamagana for a bit to me a day and ye dear member so about man. It is a month. My young fire in your mind. Yeah, Kasa. I tell you. Then you to me at the town. You to me a classic. They to me a mum of fine say, Moncos number. It is the air can say, some Moncos, yeah, they are. Not one, I'm all big and batty. If you say, yeah, who be, yeah, well, if you're lost, yeah, boy, yeah, they are, but you have pass it. The mobile one is a say aside about say oh did you go in yes I send the names I'm going you here akaya some not to the sadia yen come they intimate no more in this a dumediano sabra na ya yi for na be ministers
yes no
wo natural say the no, not solely because of more college. Yeah, be paying. Or my penny, my hammer, better I would answer or pay a chair or so, but so yeah, you man tempty. Yeah, or pen, no. You know, you poor, a yard report and proof, but they also would be talk a shit here, I talk of or be a dear, but dear, yeah, penny and also. Because when you saw a riff shuttle, ministries in the bid the whole will be there empty. If you know they are because you put on the first president in the Beboa, I'm no so now went to me and I said, dear Fata. Now, when would you? Judges, no, depending on where you are, Monona, and I say, Bibis, and I am power. Yeah, we're working on principles. Now, give back what you can so all of our teaching practice. To make grand flower almost most well, woman. Sasana more, dear. Yeah, you said, the view or what? More, dear, more, do team Amrano so the more ammonia, my dear, said your father. You not be a deny a dear as I did.
I remember I say, now, she said, I'm your question, my seven of Fiona, and Pempi, the dribble say, more than mobile can there some can answer, what do you want to know? The old person, no mobile.
Silent here. Dom, so officer, or dom cashier, to the Omo baby because Omo president in our prophet was I got a boy in our president. Cheer was here to me.
Sabio, Ghana moves from such a big Ghana for the to me, Dumubioa. Namoba, Madame Cassiana.
Yeah, and I made a young I had the Maya. And in the end, yes, so you're not about all. Now, yeah, take action of this nature. Yeah, but it be this year, the film said the me about the entry. It's here, but the year was at the end of the day, I am now, yes, no problem. They are advertising for 10 days. I'm with their crowd. Yeah, the man announcement, Joda. Yawada, it's a maintenance in among it. Everybody does that.
Well, Mammy Nasi had a penny or that, Namin come home.
That's it.
Right. Madame Patricia Piaget, Asokwa. Mrashe bejani ano aso de for ko mamrai na mama trase na enra nana bi akofile ne nomination enhwe eno so kakrai I think that the Greater Accra Regional Women's Organizer and introduce no Emma no ebekasa here. If you get it, let me have it. Aso machi.
Yeah, chairman.
Foko matching.
Chairman,
Mamenti give you any kaka.
Sabria Womwi, and you demand your betting here. Experience wins election. Sabria Womwi, and yet Matra Makwe, and yet to Madini Eko. And this is for Amundayo. It is the Amphobia Nimejumana. Ejumani baya di amaye ana sabrisu ye hia energy kata energy ye hia branch moja munu wani mu na watumi afre no abotoboy na edi na chi ni akwati power it me trouble e ma mo get to Accra munyina mo nko na mo kwaka sam petrol no esa se ma mo na mutumi ye musemu be ya ma ye pa me pa mo show ye di ejabi na akọ Yakupon see, or the Ecosia, not the slitting yang, and now I'm so, Bibi and Sequine, and Machabai, and Mama Chabai, yeah, the man you're betting me a year.
Experience, and JB, and so, I don't know, Orieno, he had a wonderful session with my big brother. Osei Bosu Obi on Asempa FM. Mepekakra Amamabo Editi. The fire in JB. You can't admire him less. The understanding of the party structures, the communication, the energy to work, and then how he has carried himself. After 2022, Olusuye Ewo Accra Sports Stadium as the General Secretary. Until John Boadu so Edie Elena.
Where did you attend?
Where did you be
at?
Where did you attend? As rentia party, one your party is a dome. One got Tranchain Ankoda. In case you have brought to okay, and Rana Abanga so echo file Nedie.
Oh,
Obia, very dear. Them will be royalties, because after 2022, no, what I'm also saying, Obia Bedid Adom Day.
Dependable Heba.
Adom dependable Heba.
Dependable God.
Adom cool.
Okay.
Adom cool.
Young crying 10. Maybe more than 10. 55 after 7. Over 10 minutes.
Emulate
Herbal Supplement. I know when you see a post of African Tanka, Jafrican Star of Abaya and Sam Woko. Now a 2 year dear Biase, Nititu, the fellow Kwan Kroya de Crano, wouldn't blow away a bit to us. Wato. Bema immune system support them when you want day a drona non nam no be a benum camfo. Chese and Shushem one cassa comma. Abafunim dear ewomu. Compare baby a 20 do biada. Now Saka Biaba be dance. Dr. Penimpa number and everybody am 0535 112873 0535 112873.
3. Ruta natural products. And pray Ruta mixture no. Malaria fever, drota tashe. Beboa wakonia senyina so. Ruta live on super rumo jeni mukama. Phoebe beba bonti baby bientinimo. Ama moja straight to me dear for sunny ye woni peduanimo. Ruta tonic so the typhoid fever yare no. Shrono say koko and this a wako to be. Nada ne krankwa uhia Ruta tonic. Ruta 4H so baboa. Beho huro bo ano sa no wakoma ho. Ne wiese so ama wapomoden mapa. Arope Ruta nupa no aboso body agye na edge ne home na wo maimunti. Yes baby eto aduro bia. De hia ne so bebo wura ho no akopa bi ato. Ana obetimi so afre
0244 485632 0244 485632 Exodus Moringa capsules and Exodus Dandelion capsules. Yes, so Sadia no pan no Moringa capsules. Dandelion ni mienu. And we have Moringa capsules mienu. Dandelion ni mienu. And we are yenesa. Nasiatica, diabetes, pressure, and then keka home. I have for wake up with your friend. Exodus for you. And some other can cook wedding on a panny and no crowd young quad to me dibi. Now dear, I saw ya dear no pedinforno. It sounds so your anti-aging a buoni pediana and cassa. And quadane costume. You are my dream almost to see a dear Muhuno. Baby, I told you, Dobia Benabiato. Etu fobe kwa toso ago high school junction baby ya bi tompa boano na wakwa kokotubi doctor number ni adima wi 0544 447033 0544 447033 Gasto Mr. Anope a stomach cause and etete wo Gasto typhoid fever Gasto wa yefunu wo Gasto de mukeka wo Gasto de aduane kotomo na obunyambujam no Gasto enoa ene beboa oba wo afichikomu how eni amane eni dan eni bedwane edru beboa anope eye Menso plus Mr. Bema ojonson tentem bema prostrate sesem adokro wa menne yede roba to bema mono edru awon so betu ase am ye roba na free ho eye Prosta plus Mr. Na nrami ansa nyina so eye Nature Medics ene di abba baby etu edru bia so ebi wo ho no mo free papa nature no pay ya 0248778899 0248778899 Daniton Herbal Mixture wa waten kateko Wontumi ni di moja awia na waposo no sisi ye mesre wada kope Daniton Herbal Mixture oko baby eto ebido bia bisa ne pebito na mom wo pe doctor na se wo pebi etu atodi a ene wo be ko Ashtown mrom na wako Daniel Bar Clinic hona doctor wo ya the doctor number ma se friend wo 0244 365651 and 0273392877 Amuzu hair food. Anope ya kafunku ngasoi ede amao. Waining ku of the moment ya obiade bisani trimuna matriwe no efu brom kama wabre sumubuo wabra empro waba trimi be yefe utrimi no eno anu wani monyama Amuzu hair food eno ane be hia na baba fo no ene saloon fo ne so baby etonku bia ebi wo ho ya bowura ho ne kwaje bi na wa opene dodro mu de odo ne chemu e Kumase Tafunsha yeso Amuzu Junction na Dr. Amuzu Abuao obetimi afro no ankasa no pe ya 0242955056 0242955056 Adumo. Anayon konkata, yon konkata. Anayon ko adumo mra. Ayo. Adumo. Konkata, don't so. Okay. Anya na do bo kata do just now pen ye de bre efo nyina da. Ya de ni tin consistency ni kocho je na beti na beti na ko na poso de de bre mo ye de obe 20 aka no. OBD ni achira se say obia bedidi amen. Share daily graphic kunini do bokata no
daily graphic
yes
aba property rate can yield 20 billion Ghana cedis yearly. They say yeah. See, I don't want to figure this year. Local government minister designate says adverting. GCB Bank ranks top in 4 industry metrics. I'll fight Galamsey environmental crimes. Also, Zenata Rollins. President Mahama cut sword for multiple airport projects. All right, Yankwe.
Daily graphic can pay some of the Ababa to judge San Tokyo Toya no say Cassia Jebet 20 billion Afibia. Na yase mampeni chese adia so abofom said ye be see airport ahudu obinum ana ma mezina Tachma Rollins environment minister de na ba fofu chese wo be ko atia galamse hu how yamane ni ade daily graphic
Chronicle preso sam tawubokrata no ena mede etwa so Chronicle oyin baba
Chronicle Osahin epitome of honesty. Mahama Ayariga eulogizes minority leader. Anna Domprek grills Zenata on plastic waste, climate finance. And
Afag.
Demands forensic audit of gold board.
Enti on
Institute of Economic Affairs. Another respected organization in the country. We must say gold board for us to do no. Chese womu e won tiase ni de bata hone and some ayeki ne
Anaba me say Ghana ya etio Kristo sum de emu na emom asofo bi ene chese mpenimfo bi ebe bu ko abetu nkofo sintudua wo say Kristo sum cry wo
asema make obi nkotwuma no nsibone no krepa ne say where has Afag been when him Afag
let's for accountable governance
when him Afag
na foku abodin
2012-13 in fact say about 2010 2008 2009 2010
na hit wumpa
na you were free with your president and as a leader
okay
Anthony Kabu Richard Nyama Samia Uku the late John Kuma Stephen Amwa Steka vibrant young guys
the more kofu abayi
when him say omote Afag na you no more no in opposition then according to now you were free and new man John Kumano no Chema Wontumi was giving them 20,000 every month.
Hey,
and it was financing all their operations. Most of the operations. In opposition then. Yeah, ba power and film watching. Where was Afag?
Mada.
I don't remember hearing from them a single statement. Whether I say Omo Elbo Abayabaso and I said the Biakobonia.
Omoka
Mwasem. You're in opposition. In opposition, a lot of things have happened. Why suddenly?
Boom.
You see, Asamba, Asam the Quay no cray. But I thought that I would can I have a one was one. So where have they been?
Another
critical issue is an albatross on our neck. Galamsey.
Oh, okay.
What I say?
Ebiana Afag for more no pushing on so no.
Ebiana
almost never be a good. I
don't want to go and be a member. I want to be a member.
Is it that? No, I'm saying you gold board says. Mama say or sign a no cough for.
Say, what quite so man caption ye? Come on, can ye? It didn't want dance here. Said and always he looks for the interest of the party and he will not give in no matter what. At a vet, you know, since sour sign him my name on about seen what dance
now, why you in the sound I could do say protocol of a
victory garlic mixer arope garlic nro ni nyina emuke nkon
yes
ebeboa wo pa ma oni pedua na sipiesita arope edro wei na wo ko kete so a wontumi da eba be dedaw amawada na ho wonsa no wo 983 na beyi ni nyina de free one mo ama ho atumi ato ade bi ebodi say yare diabetes yare no pressure no shock yare po a victory garlic mixture ene be hiao ba bia ye to no bia so bi wo ho no mo je number na fra no pe ya na fa ho be bonku nim de abusiako no
na wonto
na no pe so wanto wa
na free wa
na chese wanko pe bia no 80 free
0242 545633 0242 545633 Adum Malakio Mesha Abusia se ban malaria yadia
eye Adum Malakio
no ana beboa wo so wona mo ye boho wona mre account chese untumi nya wo hwe malaria na ka wato wa
eye Adum Malakio
ayo se dien ana wo po ana wo so ye mfo kuntum na chichire wo awate egu so ne ade a kope Adum Malakio Mesha Adum Malakio Mesha wodi e hia ne se kwa malaria test ne nka se bi wom nanom Adum Malakio no bon se beboa na yi malaria ni na fro no Adum natural tonic na mesra wo wontumi nidie
aye Adum natural tonic
wo moja awie
aye natural
ana afa uni pedua no nyina da opa hoden sonko a betime gina na so akwa adwuma ba na wadwuma yonso be fe na adwuma wura ni age ho a Adum natural tonic afa Adum ko bitters ne capsules no so eni ekoko ya de duro tatahwe a wunya bi na nom a wo bi kura wo wa wo jere na moja wom koko na fifiri wu a ama wo yemu otim a usisi ya wo ya me say
na wakoshe
na bia kwa dia de ya boso ya so dia no pepe ntema kwa adwuma
na wo yegere achenchen constipation
obi aso no yem obi aso ne to gina ho twen de bia wo ho be ye
enti Adum mixture ene ne capsules so no
bi na nyisesio na ebia na me kase ubisa se he ne menya bia menya bi kran kemeto aton ane na chese wodi wani a kire dependable herbal home wo Madina New Road kura ho greenhouse and obehu mu ana se bia obekọ kasoa wonum ebe Datus International School na number obetimi dia free wonum 0242 223555 yanko bio 0242 223555
3P garlic mixture anopay wow immune system no aye bibia hodum uhia 3P na busu amanyado wa hudo no nyina Asiedu mietu edi aboa o anopay pi work for na this edro wan waso aba ba bia etu edro bia 3P so hodum bi free pi work for na anopay ya na no ncha how no
0248928824 ana 0201 000021 yanko Ghanaian Times ana
Ghanaian Times na
yanko Times
yes ana akano Ghanaian Times dewubo kratano oni baba
Times
isi aso do December o
December pa and some is about NTC board inaugurated. Okay, targets financial sustainability, digital transformation. Trotro operators defied fair directives. Committed to pay up to 30% more on some routes. Minister designated to overhaul property rate collection, plans nationwide property identification exercise. Poor roads. Crashes cost Ghana $4.55 billion annually. World Bank report. I see.
I was here, I said, driver for hey, near buying a car, you know, who would have buy was so wo de wo ani mmere to ba bi na keka ne hia wo ma fanya adwumanti wo kom ya hodo bi a sika no wo no ma charge no wo ma charge abroso na chese wo mo jeje 30% ana yese NTC board say ya pa wo no mo hontoma ya wo be shase nya se apa hontoma so akodi bone na mum wo be shase ya adwuma ana afenso swafo a wo si apaka mu se kura de agina tuma so wo si apaka mu ana chese wo chese doku ato aye ba beje wo hu nso ho asem waka no ha nti wo hwa anso a yese yakwan a enye ana chese hawa edeba kunkum na afi ka edeba ni ade no wabu hu konta de aba beto World Bank bu konta nti ho asem eda krata no anim
Kitima Herbal Center. Ano pray enamusa yare no uhia kitima na mpanifo atenete ede amao yare be enada ne krankra wachini a enko yare na ene amuoni da so asa no tuturumikei enka etu de biara da sada kamenem yemfa wonhemu nka wonsa engu obonko ade a ano pray mo anamonye ntietia ne fo ni chiremu e wo sepase gawo enka we kwantempo so na kitima Herbal Center empanifo entenete emfa mawo ebia na wachichiri na ensema me ke bia wuntimi mapo a de hia ne se number na mbebobo no obefa kwan doctor befa so ama won saka wadro no tiawa ebeba dodo frɛ
0246914717 0246914717 Ghana Bam abusia Ghana Bam ene ye kanfo de ama wo se ote na de tun so hjem na opunu a honam yaw ni nyina be kwa makata ni nyina kwa ma ho ato afi wo de srasra ba bi hoye ya no beko ena obetimi so ate bi atua na esisi yade ni nyina firi wonom na Ghana Hep Therapeutics for kofa ba yi wo ma na di prostate joy ba yi tu prostate yade ase ana ode Ghana man capsules aye mema ho de no so aba obia nkopa bi no nom na abedi adanse bi ato bido bi abenya bi ato na mmom ya de doctor penin ni number ma o friend wo 0244727028 ana 0244754380
Oheneba News
the Boga paper organizer paper Oheneba News
organizer shameful
no be
ewe
enkrata
aba we need to restore the grassroots. Alfred Kojo Thompson files for NPP treasurer. Let me reserve my comment for tomorrow. President Mahama backs crackdown on begging at airport. Appointment committee recommends 3 Supreme Court nominees for approval. Galamsey fight requires all of government approach. Okay. The big story. Abanga Yakubu promises Dr. Baumia
4 million
youth votes. 2028.
Yes,
that is a bold promise.
Yes,
huge one.
Also, they say Mabulu and so Don and Pancho.
Mate say all the 16 regional youth organizers declare Eddie Amano.
Wow.
Na onye no honya mama ne timu nyane de.
Befa
2022 all the 16 regional
youth organizers
chairperson. Except Chairman Kutin. Declared for John Bodu. As general secretary, he lost. Any declaration.
Fear why more?
Delegate. Delegate.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
They should not fear us. They should respect us.
Okay.
And be honest with us.
Respect delegates.
Respect us and then.
And
also see as a yes, no. Papa, you boni
kasa kasa
craba.
That's all credit system kasa.
It be about job. So say fear delegates ma monka because maybe a delegate. Na me be who kaka to be shaman. They should not fear us. They should respect us. And they also appreciate our intelligence.
Delegates
no, just so be animal.
Maybe that's delegates, Muslim Bako cry. Because some of the kind now,
and I be a bad
Alfred Thompson. Ana wa fale sa wo person be treasure de ma NPP ana wa ode wa ka de chese delegates na ba to ba kuma so pa o nti grassroots no wose resource grassroots no ne ka resource so nim say ne head ne tire pay wo mu iska o resource tire pay dem iska o de ne vanessa ga dia na de be ko ana who said ba sia ha Supreme Court judge for me ensa
approve
approve na me da chi hinaba intino monsorenko na meni adum wi a chairman Alfred Ajima munim sa aso munim sa 2010 ana na me ye media coordinator Emma chairman Alfred Ajima ana obo no nko be ko primaries e ko Abri East 2010 that is 16 years ago.
Wow.
That is how I know him. Way back 16 years ago. Hey, mami na mna be bia hey. You Nana Marino, Aquaba. Na pum to say. No, what for us for no here. I have from Basramika Cray. Omotecan. You mother ye pa. Good. Adam.
Matia meda se pa me nua be ma yede nchia efi dependable herbal honom ema obibia o hye ene anopay dependable herbal ena yede eno ekukudam aba ene eboa omanfo eje omanfo na ema omanfo enkwam yenu na yede abadwa so ni nyina yenu a eye hahama ni nubuna ene yede aye obi beka se eye purely herbal na enso na hoɔden a ekita no eburo so ene ye hu se ye memu ha se de ba ko am se bi yen hyeda emuo ni afa ne se oh we de eye saa na te hyeda nyehu enso ekum ni papa eye malaria eti di yade ekum ni papa ema wo ma fa afuru a wanya bie epon ebi nso wo nkoda ne premature ebi nso so kura masese no wo mu ni padua no wasori wondua so wo ni padua ni nyina aye basa ni nyina eye malaria na malaria eye yade bia se de meka ye ne ye bibi memu ase ne de ye hu ne se oh enhyeda enye hu nanso ne nsunsanso no ede pa ena eba so na wa enye duru anu odei amfa ntu na se a na ayo no fe etu obi ho no mu a ekame ye se bosumi bia wanya malaria kura na enya ne mprensa so wode de bia malaria enu na dependable herbal home yatena se de bi e wo se ye nya malaria duru a ebetu malaria na se ede afri woni padua nem ebetu ase ede ama wo emesrosro yade no because emowa na wo mo de malaria eba no se wo ba woni padua nem na wo immune system no kura enye den a wo bedum aduro bia na akope ba bia akohye wo enye aduro no den a ebetumi awurawura na akokọ na bia mu akwakoyi na pie na ama na firi ni padua nem a obekọ akote wo benum aduro no ase na nsa eye ase awo na ede wo no ekọ ase wuti na edwa wo no ekọ afe na search no na sa symptoms no ahyase eno nti enne se afe yi na wate yen kan me ka cho se malaria aba wo so wakwa akọ test na edi adanse se yese etidi aba wo nipadua ni mu a anase aba wo moja mu a edru a wo hia a ebeboa etu ase eye adom malake mesha ane dependable hair by malaria dry ye de aba no na edru we
malake mixture
adom malake mesha na edru we say no ye hu say malaria ene fever ena afen so no typhoid no eya na wo mu nsunsanso no esesesese enti obi ho no mu a onhyeda enhu difference no ena obi ho no mu a eye typhoid ena eye no enso so no na aye ne se eye malaria ena eye no yatena se hu ne se da bi eye ade a enha adwen pa eno nti ye de edru we aba se wodie no eye sen se ye malaria se eye wo honam na ye wo ya se ye wuti na dwa wo gagaga se fever bi na aba obi ho no ma wotimi ti gu ne so saa enkoda ewia bo gede na omanfo namu a wotin fifre no na wone de wode ntoma akure ne ho na je se fever ena ha wo wote saa me patro pe adom malake mesha enye na ewo herbal ne chemical shop bia emu ya sanso atena se hu ne se nipadua ne betumi aye adwuma yi a ewo se wutimi didi aduane a yedie no eno ne ma ye energy ema yetimi di ye bibia ye pese ye enti meka se wontimi ni dia eya wo nipadua ne nya nuane nu a ebetumi enya na ho odei na ama nipadua na gina yie na aye adwuma obi yo hono mu a wosemanu matumi ntimi ni di yenim se wonya malaria etimi de anu moto oba enu nti yese se wonya adom malaka mesha ni bia etu malaria ase no a na wo de adom natural tonic no aka ho etare de me recommend de ama obi a wakọ teste ne yaso wo malaria no woto adom malaka mesha na to adom tonic no eka ho natural tonic no to ka ho na emua ma appetite netimi didi ena obi ono ma onya malaria but one way or the other ontimi nidi eya na nka minim se bisika ne ubotom ana asimintimi nidi but obi won ma sika woni botom obi okwampa obi ato aduane ne de ama no enso ontimi ni eno ne yeka ne se loss of appetite no me pa cho se wentimi anidi nso a obesori wodu aso obi be hu no no obi sase na de na aye wo wanhwe ya yade bi aye mpese ebebodi ne ye de ba be fa ye de susu se asomese no sase wate nkrofo yade bi da bi because wentimi anidi a automatically o system no anasa body no ebe lucy weight eno so hard dwe eti me pa cho se wanu mato na wontimi enidi a adom natural tonic ena me kan for dia ma wo ba wo wanya malaria ne dia me pa cho woto adom malaka mesha na wato adom natural tonic no e dia ka ho na malaria dia no eyi malaria na firi ni padua mo no na tonic no e boa te wanum na watumi edidi obi ho no mu amojare anemia e wo ne so de bia na ne moja so ate na ensenchone ba kuni wo yo obi a wotate bre wo sori anopa wo nheda nya ehwe so wote bre wo ni padua ne mo wo kọ ha baba ku mienu pe bonsa na wo te so obi ho no ma bibi kakra bi osemani so chine me mojawe etumi ya saade no sa wo sa ha wo ni bia edru a wo hia eye adom natural tonic me ba cho tie ni ye pa adom natural tonic eye anemia edro etumi boa ma moja eso ate because moja so te a ene de sansenchene no ene sunsanso no eba enti se wonya adom natural tonic na wo no mu a se wo moja ne so ate eno nti ede sa ha no ebre wo a ebe ye fri honom afi ebe ma wunyini ayefe obi ho no mu a wo hwe ni bosi no se de ositie na wotumu se da bi onyini yie because obia wo se de ositie yetete ha se ye shape no wo hu ye ni ye nyini yie a wo si ye nyini yie obi ho no so krampa a wanyina jani mfie akwa bi kan ye se ye hwe ni mfie ni ye hwe nanim dua na asabi ase ne body no anyini dodo eche ni mfie no enso ni kwan se eyesa wonya adom natural tonic na wo no mu a sa ha ni nyina ebefi won ma wanyini fefe from me kasa se sia obesi mato aduro ni bi ana ehe na menya bie maka to se herbal shop ni chemical shop bia mu ebi ewo honom bibi nti ba bia wo no adom malake adom ko natural tonic no wonya nya bia numbers a obetimi afre na ya ma obi eye 0242 23 35
55
55 0242 23 35 55 me pacho o friend numbers we ya ye be ma aduro ni bi de me di twato eye adum ko mixture ya toilet ne wa na odi mirika because enim say wo kwhye suei anopa wo bi e kono we ne fast no akwa akwadwade wakwa adwuma no foforo so aba no wo kosen so ase ye na emai wo be chim saa me pacho nya adum ko mixture de bi na ebobo ene capsules no yen ye de me pacho yen fa capsules no mixture ne nom capsules no enti say capsules e na wo pa na wato na wanom said the capsules ne ye adwuma no saa na mixture no so eye adwuma adom ko mixture eno no afa obi asebi ayem tim aba ne so eno na ma wo ko agyanan so a wo bre ansa na watumi agya wo nan no so wonya adom ko mixture ene ne capsules na eboa ema wo yam da honom wutimi yi ne ntem na wo ho etumi ato afa die sisi yade ewo ne so because koko ye yade ba ko a etimi ma wo sisi ya wo ya pa enti wo sisi no emuju wimwim wo sisi ne mu ya wo ya ya obi won ma ne de na asekuro ena ewo mu me pa cha saa na wo experience a edura wo hia eye adom ko mixture adom ko mixture anase adom ko capsules enti na me ka ne capsules ene mixture no emu bia ebetu sisi yade na se afi wonom emu bia be ma wo koko no akọ emu bia be ma wo yam ada honom na watumi agya wo nan de bia me ka se wontimi nya wo nan a yade kase because ye nipadua ne Nyankopon a programming in such a way say de ekoye mu bia no de nipadua ne pe no oje emu ahoden no e de hihye nipadua no na ne nipadua ne mpe na eye fe no de ye solid ne fa ye gya nan mu na eba e na liquid ne fa ye dwonso mu na eba enti wadidi 2 days ne wusi wunya wo nan wo ka che me say de ekoye nipadua mu nyina nipadua ne pe na be eye poison enti se wontimi nya wo nan a eye yade kese wonya adum ko mesha ene capsules na ebeboa wo na eto ase e de amount ko herbal chemical shop any pharmacy shop bia adum ko mixture adum malakia mixture adum natural tonic enu yi nyina ubenya bi ato e wo honom se wo pedodo eto a dependable herbal yen ye kira kwan de ye wo Madina New Road eye greenhouse e honom e na adwumanity e wo enti mo amo pedodo eto no wutimi ebowura mu e wo Madina New Road greenhouse a dependable herbal home e wo honom ye nupa ni nyina ubenya bi ewo honom na aboa na mmom maako na wo pato a na wako chemical pharmacy any herbal shops mo ubenya bi ato numbers no eye 0242 22 35 55 0242 22 32 22 35 55 adumdum ya dasene ya be san komo
asia all right enti eno eye adum ankomo no ena yede abesine chairman Fred Ajiman ewa ha oye Kwabri East constituency chairman adema the New Patriotic Party that teko anso wa hanam tweme meba why na associate professor Samson Kwesi Anoma will also join us very soon. Na ya transe edi enkomo. Chama brai na yenhye yenkomo twetwe na ase. Na yenhede efiri Kwabri Isiba. Na yenhwe ahoboa yebaboa in Ashanti region. Na yedi nkomo. Eti na ken buame na Mema chairman mu entie Sofo Lawrence Tete in 2024.
Presidency. I agree with Professor. Getting a statement from the presidency. I agree with Professor Adai that the president to call state of emergency. If we can come together, if we were able to stop people going to church and the mosques and the ashrams and the auditoriums during COVID, I don't see why we cannot stop Galamsey. I'm getting very concerned. Is somebody enjoying something we don't know?
Enraged about the situation. Do pastors demonstrate? Can they also demonstrate?
Of course, yes.
So they can hit the streets?
I did not citizens of this country. In fact, sometimes I get very saddened when pastors make comments and people put them in political box. Trust me, there are a lot of us who are not in the box. We don't have to be in the box. I'm Lawrence Tete for crying out loud. God has blessed us. We don't have to be in the box to speak our mind. I think it's about time the pastors come out, and we should not play lip service. In fact, the church is speaking. You just heard Prophet Odro speak. You just heard Archbishop Ajiansari speak. You just heard me speak too. And in fact, in the past 6 months or so, I've been very loud about Galamsey. That is not acceptable. That this nonsense must stop. The nonsense that must stop, this is one of the nonsense, the absurdity of somebody sitting somewhere and polluting our... And do you know what mercury does? It can give you brain hemorrhage. It can give you diabetes. It can destroy your kidneys. It's destroying livers. Our internal organs are in a mess, and our children are born with defects. And this means that we are destroying the future behind us. And I say this, posterity will judge anybody who does not see the importance of stopping Galamsey.
The voices before election 2024. Amakacho will say in the coming days, the things they said, the position they took, and what they are saying today, when Ghanaians have given them the power. Chairman, Akwaba. Na pum to say.
Device election I can't do. The matter room, maybe I fine. Now so side way.
I rather not do. Only in ye.
You look good.
Some is it Chairman to be the Mejamu, and I'm also remember ye.
You go so be I fine.
More. Kwabri fu nyina hoye.
Kwabri din obi a hoye. Awodin ho. Obi ekoso kama.
Yan share from video ya me born CCA. Me say ye extended discussion on enema NDC folk kan in opposition. Na omudinye tumi. Na omuye sebe. So mo fan say Ghana for ni adwemu hawo. Say the mampani kan say what short memory nti o. Say you almost I come for. We the sofo Lawrence Tete and Yasofuri Biki Kanye about Galamsey. Enra, Mama Ayarga Echo Vet, but Jomasanfa Ayarga's video number.
Manifa Konyos Namencha, Mequabri for Inano pay. Any Santimai in general. Party executives, Quabre polling station executives, any electoral area for Nina. Any Quabre and Anamatan Kunya, Quabre Adishi Yano pay, and Chakesi and Medema. Ubibia. Anopei, we are here to discuss Ghana.
Yeah.
Yema say yekoye nim, say yekoye chi. But one interesting thing is that asem na ne de okan ye no, yema mpani subconsciously when it say we have short memory. Enti na asem nisi a etna ye na so re no na ye short memory yare na yare ni nti no na ye wura fi. Inti bibi koswa yinti minka. Unfortunately, you be no short memory ni bi. Unfortunately. Any general disease in Ghana, ebia imu bi de e won kaye kakra. Ohe Galamsey asemia ekosu ya. In fact, I don't want to do politics with them. For politics non tunche. Na yenya frank with ourselves as Ghanaians. Yena yenim. The consequences are deal with it. We don't need to be told now because in the last, let's say 5, 6, 7 years, the bell has been ringing in our ears. The effects of Galamsey. Yakumbi, Nanado did his best. Maybe his best wasn't enough. And the hands have changed. Adeba Kwame and I saw for no one sect. Nananum ewo opinion leaders ewo. Everybody is quiet. The thing is getting aggravated. It's getting worse. A boss of once a man, I'm a bit reluctant to crash the and meet him because I walk come and say, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. To do baby and assembly can difficult, but I have a part more so. Say MPP, say NDC, say the also Lawrence Tete can, you know. They may not find themselves in the box. I don't know whether they're in the box now. Because the thing is getting out of our hands. Even to the extent that now, as we speak, Northern Ghana, Galamsey Akopio.
Northern Ghana.
Northern Ghana. In fact, Mampeni Mahama Krum, Damongo. Other areas. Which another for the time, Antibio, it is getting that bad. And you see, this is part of Ghana. Abrofui NGOs because they are trying to fight a lot of illnesses. And ne ya de galamse akupiso. Where are our clergy? Civil society for no wahine. Nanano mo for wahine. And now say, now people find themselves in the box. So once we are in the box, let's keep mute. And now kwade mi hu ba ku bia na e papa no masofo no ba ko ka se galamse fight no. He say I improve it. Really?
Bishop Charles Ajina, sorry.
I improve it. Well, I don't know the spectacles you may be wearing, but from the year I will not be surprised say, in the next 5 years. This is not politics. A bus in so here there. After night Ghana need to imported water. Na ya num nsu a ya import, na ya dware nsu a ya import. Mesre eya ye nguase. In fact ya nguase sem. The way ya papa no so for bi no use to omo pulpits. That time me man ka say ntia omo because I thought the cause was a good cause. What has happened? And ne galamse unim site bia na yetu galamse wo bia ye here so kan ho asem na no today the effort is more than double the same sites. The effort is more than double. But we see it as normal. Go to Western region, go to Central region, some part of Ashanti region, Buna Hafo region. But be an activity no cost and then you want to cost more than double you see ya. The area say ya Jeffrey be. We have just changed the men working there, but activity is worse off. And now you say obiya enye and obi semfata and obi nesefata na. Was it the people that were criminalizing and I said the acts and you can want them? Oh my God, na baby a kono mo ehwe niye. Enne yenkola ni nyi. It was serious consequences said us for na kan ye no on the upbringing of our children. Sinai. It must enne said the ye no nra no. Ma ye ntwen e ma de ne nyinsem kura ansan ya sorry. Yera Lawrence, your demonstration is more important now than ever. The planned demonstration there is more important now. It's more eminent now than any other time. It must say Papa Masofu. Yeah, can you make us in the middle of as gatekeepers? Say MPP, say NDC. For me, whoever is doing it and is bad, cut it. You must have a double-edged sword. Your sword should be one side. I try for a you got any day. Say the other penny for Kano. MPP beko, NDC beko. Ghana will always remain. It may say, yeah, bumpire saying me for nyame anymore adumno. Not the say yeah. If you need to advise, if you need to call people out, let's call people out. And the Galamsey has become a grand scheme for the big people in authority in this country. First, Galamsey na your young boys na you. And the huge people in the society are the ones doing the galamsey now. Mesre, Nano said the average Jeremy Kano. Yeman Penny, Mekai, when we're in opposition, O catch Ghana for say Yambo. So be a yatsi not too for galamsey, be an oba, Obama amnesty. Oba dem young. What's your chairman for galamsey related activities? Who promise to be you more by the big you need short memories, sir. It's yes, and on only real fear, we are reminding him. So, man, Penny, walk the talk that you are talking. Walk the talk that you talked. Now, and none money pack credibility. So, can't say no to me. Yes, no. That is what gives you credibility as a human being. Name was okay. Now we beer. It's not when you say nobody believes you. It must say Galamsey is killing this country. ADD or minus say yamen asyen na ADD. And that's all common so in important more him by time. Yes, there are 9 moves, one moves. Then they are all job for the boys as usual. Because in the midst of all that, Edumana is still going on astronomically.
Yeah.
It's just it means let's commit ourselves to Ghana. Not MPP, not NDC. Young committee who to my Ghana. Now there we say a tetoa. Ghana mabe sofa. Ghana mofrabe sofa. Ghana nkokrafoni mefrabe sofa. Ebi awa himati abranti de bia munya se dukwan. But let's be careful and nation the nation.
This week, the regional minister announced, and as of the kind, said, Enipa 23, Gramsa Muna as a bu, a kum, emu 11, a young kwala. As at Monday, now, can was no, not omit May 19, but 4 were still trapped in the pit. See? We are on one once a channel because Galamsey has been a thing in the past. Our Ashanti region.
Yankosu. Yankosu Nenye. It's not the past. Yankosu Nenye. No, I don't want to take the discussion to a certain angle. But until when? And you do my region better when you see, in a very classical society, I deal where I see, and Gamini San Kwankesan coordinate Matuo. You can sacrifice the blood of more than 20 people one day because of a human 1 year. Let's be serious as a country. You are two positions to protect and defend. You must be asked to account for it. And the minister, you are still in the office. Let's take steps at MSRD will be CB. And then they are gone. Human resource, future human resource. I think what they are testing colossal. Children are now not going to school. They are Galamsey side to make Galamsey. They in future any better for you. It's President Mahama any Nabai. We are calling on you this morning. Say Galamsey did it. Say Oban Beniwa Krum could be a duo. A trail Krum na competence or many na ye did no. What legacy is the president leaving for this country? If I'm a bit disappointed in the president. Yes. For me, again, let me put politics aside. When President Mahama won the elections, no more high hopes. No more high hopes. Despite the fact of many Disney. No more high hopes because this is a man who has been on the scene before and work on Wasayaba. It's anticipated will be what's not on the campaign. I own him the whole. What call about second term? I was expecting Papa Widi. He's the most experienced president we've had. He's the most prepared president we have gotten. But the economy, it appears much lessons were not learned from the first term now by him.
Tego.
However, Yamani Abuafo. I buy him.
Did
na yɛn ne akɔfa aba bia du na din na mpanyinfo a ɔmo kasa carry weight na ɛka ho bie na MPP anya akɔ no na ya ban struggle ye when we needed the support of the clergy, when we needed the support of the business community and other any intellectual community no M1 na aban ija aban kwa ma aban eso a the problem ne wo hwe aban ne dane ye said ye papa nom a ye hold you in high esteem enwoma ekono na edene na Oheneba Mr. Timamencha mehene nana edumensa asare nana edumensa asare nana mokomhene on nana matene konyewa mokom nyina meche obibia mewia na machia nana nkansa bodu nana nkansa bodu media nana adia waya me fe ni se wahemfo ewo wase wapɛ kwan bi so na wode car ahodo de amom se omomfa ento akonya no no momfa abo akonya no bra adia novelty na me believe se amahene bebiri no a emuleti a beboa ama traditional governance no akoso because say akonya no say ska akra wo ho a eya na the governance of the stool no ana say akonya no eya ade a eyemre tinana meda wase na masre say obenya nkwada mamunche MP before wasantimam ha nyina dumadi amudi chitaya amudi ama the new chairman of Ashanti region chairman odino Kwakwapia and the executive committee no emeni so anamuntu omutu to make sure say party no be kabom na ya adwumadene no executive say aba foforo nyina mebompa ya mamu na masere say adwuma da monim no ya adwuma edene na munye ebeta mochi ya adwuma no ayemre na mabia akoso Oheneba ye ba the topic for discussion ye bisa Ghana water ebra NDC ba bemu almost 2025 if you were banning up to September yes you are wagan ha ni fa eye eni ni fia eye bruni accountability level no na mo do betu dwama ye nyina ye hu no okruma the stability level of our water na ya dia Ghana water mo do betu dwa e ma Ghana fo nyina we du ba bi na mo bom ho nsama no se enso na ni kura ete na ede na ne empanyfo timi tuo koma wo mo down ho is release this data ka say Ghana water anyam na munim data no tasem na mo ka no mo be so mo kire esen enu atam na mo celebrate with the sitting up me say civil servants no you must do your work enu a na nkofo bi shemochi ena mo de sa water stability level of your water bodies no etudwa etese under MPP na galam say ase ye nso na duru say na mo ba ye no mo tu sa na mo yi ne ye bi say 2026 stability level of our water bodies na te say ayeda na mu twa ntro kire Ghana for say mu de enyam na mo hwesa enyoma no so ne bra na mo de to montene na enwa ya mi bra panyi kan say mi no say na damungu the MD of Ghana water the acting chief executive Honorable Adam Mutawakilu former MP for Damangu
yeah
ona MD for Ghana water and they say yenso no say duru ba bi eduru na Ghana water and the stability level of your Ghana water is here I say we wo because be na wo di MP and galam say pure and the NDC first near so na near fin it near boka pa and nay and so na near fin and so machines no anwia na eko machines no chima anwia no
na say machines no so say
but you do na teche and eko Ghana water machines no na chim anwia no ama yensuo and I are to the extent that Ghana water is deceiving the citizens of this country. What they should not forget is that Ghana Water Company no a state owned a minimum mienu nadia and your private company a minimum mienu nadia na sa ni panua no a minister for works and housing and water resources and ngwasi atu yi ya teme for defense minim so wase Ghana Water wi onko say defense so kan wa Honorable Gilbert Kenneth Gilbert Ejay Ghana Water Minister for Works and Housing and Water Resources. Near Koso Water. He was a minister and a uniform and no defense. The Koso defense one ne. The Babon Payamano. You Ghana Water no, a man could defense Samae. Because defense the Jato watch it. The indecision of the president. Said a defense minister Ato. Na over months and months and months no want me you bimba no ko you obi about the Ghana water say and then watch no no defense and me see NDC resha for no way no say who na one more e kwan offer so what do we fear no the way kwa do we fear no the way kwa no then you ask yourself say resha for no just for the sake of resha for no ya na say when say we are ho dey wa ha we are ho dey ha no dey ko hey baby you do no under NDC no you do bunu anu odere. People are in offices and they are refusing to get us information. Now, so who cannot information? Nobody has said, you are from your market, or Nazi brigade, or more in the government agencies, data. Now, so we in here, and Quanimuti, some we in here, and Comunum at here. Missy, and you might be air con, Missy, and Ra. Now, me tell you, be no more born in Oheneba. Or the minim say, Pablo Genetus, I don't find the boss, I am now. Was it? As a monko to Ankabra or the Kabe fee. Yes, no more intimi. Neso ne de nanka and abokeshiri. And this are buying awkward and two as I can say more dear woo. because all sectors of our economy they are destroying it. Galamsey says some more year can
yeah.
For the first time in our history, you want MMDC is a omuji receipts, manko for receipts, fetch and find any galams excavators in Kowram, the minimum are higher. Yeah, the champ find the car higher and now say the excavator the car higher. Farming a year, minimum said the excavator and the car farming, no one now say, minimum, all these people are being marked. They are being marked for tomorrow. This is not say you change your catching for say, who soon will buy no near and your bare bones will be higher. Now, Yamushiwa, my Yamushiwa, because the grassroots of the New Patriotic Party will not sit down. And what the NDC do, what they are doing to us, and tomorrow, near pay for because oh, and you said the Nra, Kofoka double salary no, in few watching, ya no more no, and ne, Omutimi, a certain chairman of the New Patriotic Party of Ashanti region, I go to jail. Bisi kuruma no nyo mo ye no eduro no mo de maye no kire de be mo bi ye fansie sempanyifo no a omo da MPP omo da ya no so kire mo fa se eduro mo a ene omo office wo no ye no mo be tena wo because we will not sit down for them to be incompetent in government no mo Ghana e be boka na e bo ne no eno no mo ka kire se nkofo bu mo betum to the extent and me hu say one prosecuting witness be for Dubois case no was say and someone will cry said to over 2 billion say or can say you transfer from the operational accounts to Dubois yere accounts no na wrong and to one the man could is out to no to papa no so ma ne hu ye he wo kroma no young man the way people were castigating this man. As you say, what the year about shame, and the people are beginning to have conscience. To say, go for being a piano, some match what by and the room normal, and Mudis are born no moodino. Tene, Woody Bonia, the year over the dance here for me. See at tea, and also my betchman, no India dancing here or Oheneba, no Makudia dance, Kurumotia, anybody Natum. That is what they are interested in. You are not creating any job in this country since you came. Meanwhile, you are out there across Ghana, demolishing everything that comes your way. Now, Moti Kroma, no Bia Yedin, Asofwa Yedin, civil society Yedin, that the any Kophobia and Rania Casomoye, or more independent minded people from neutrals. So, the neutrals, they be doing any Mr. Senor Hosi.
Senor Hosi.
Okay. Some more kind of Cassia Bagalam say Okroma. Tiemu, no Kroma. Or Rasuti Kroma, when we cannot hear Senor Hosi's voice. Or Ban his father the last time. He was now blaming Ghana. And yeah, this abayo under MPP every day. Nana Danko Kuvado. Nani didn't want to know. And Mr. Semnim Pochawa, yeah, Papa, Yokroma, Mr. Senor Hosi, former advisor, and I say current advisor to the Ministry of Energy. Tene Wayedin. Don Hughes, okay. Don is by. Yeah, TV3. Mr. No Pabia, Papa, but someone what the evidence. No MPP was no documents. Everybody TV so here the day will come and then Johannesburg will benefit TV so. And they want to mean Casawaidi because we have Bonia NDC dia. So I don't use all TV so I want to mean Cananuntum. And then Johannesburg will Ghana. Captain Smart and go for Bisu or Ghana. And I know all the MPP attempt. And I know can some be for MPP. Yeah, Nisa some jump even members of the New Patriotic Party no mu gidi ye nkofo bi gidi ye say the papa yi kan de no kora odwene Ghana ho ene wakọ ese wakọ pe MP in the name of NDC ti say na wo gini say no neutral no nye neutral ene wo so wo ye NDC a che to say or qualify so ba be gina as MP wo wi no ba Professor Jampo. Okay, Prof Jampo.
Ghana shippers.
Yeah, the popular Prof Jampo. No lecturer na and sense be brief fan ho say ono de open massa and no so affair chire wono mo. What you say? Papa Prof Jampo. Shippers Council and what the CEO for Shippers Council. Yes, we neutral. And now we know say he's not neutral. And you know mo lecturers be brave university. All the universities around am MPP for. This is the time for you to speak out. Because I pay any session procha or yet here the MPP and ne yamani post and why dino yina yehano now coca now almost say I and NDC aban by almost pagana seem to the extent that they are bringing tribunals to come and solve a lot of problems. And maybe say court hobo yina yenim. You see, Edria and Asiedu atase wono edie wono intekuma won trase enye frama she say 1982 eba PNDC wo NDC Oheneba omudi tribunal baye de yare je wape judge baako no wape area boys mi no aka ho so munko di asem it is a judge no kwa ka say Oheneba asemi
area boys
no Oheneba na asem we tie we tabu na ndisana kire o the years of emrani ni ba ko pa area boys 2 aka ho area boys no na be choose so ye ndisi ni so ye die ni no afa no it even say asem no say emrani ni ka say ade ne ye red papa you know say ni 2 na area boys me no e ka say ni 2 mu a and one say ni ko 2 because ya to aba. That is what the NDC is introducing into our justice system. Adiba kwa ehu pa. Because so when you be to say Senor Hosi and Johnny Hughes, I bet so he buy some so he bet him the bem. For he bet him the bem. So go for Prof John Proni Captain Smart, I bet take kwa some so meet me the bem. And we think another dan kwa kufa do adwem pam no was say yensi a lot of courts ni improve to nkofo bebre mo mo nko bench no so no mo make sure say right the attention ni be ko so na nkofo bi a say ono de Senyor Hosi o adwem pa o suahunu wo energy mu ento metra tribunal so no me dey dance for Oheneba na Asiedu ho e won nkan ya asem so ana say ne petro sem so obedi for na me dey make kan say so muni no mo di sa trabu na ise o pass dia bai o mo tase di nsamboni am kan hu se de ewura na se to bebi am bondi mama mu so kan wo se ebre eni nka so enti boni bia no mo di trabu na ni bedi no sa boni ne yesu betimi di sa trabu na di sa boni ni bi enti o mo mi chiri ga na man amansiafo mo amem di si isu o mo di galam se o mo eye nyuma bebire no o ba me se na na do dan ko for do ho obi ka so say let's give time some time because enne he's been vindicated. Say Antokona no against Galamsey Oheneba, even though we didn't win totally, but he did something. But now must see I did come me. Now must see Oheneba. It is not going to solve the problem. Now Kokaya say could be the blue water guard. Talk okay say the 23 yes o mudi o mukwa no maka kojiska. Someone says asino. O mu aban for o mu na nsenya yo. So o mu nko no mo nko yensuo no na for sa blue water guard baby so ya for ntimi na nko for blue water guard for so mo nko a na say area boys so mo nko no mo jijiska na ya chibia o mo de no mo ye so mo ko ho ma no ko jiska se nko for sense ase na ndisi aban ho mo a wo hwe akoma o triple ye wa wo ji ndisi aban di ye wa wo ji ndisi aban di ye nyankopon ne ene obidi because wo dwiru ho a wo ntiase we didn't want to say, and the NDC, every sector of our economy, they are collapsing everything. And the Galam say, Mr. New video, be back on there, Minimusoya. Masca, a man can near. Yes, high tension, high tension, polo, or manaka, high tension polo. That is how bad Galam say. And I'm to Galam say, I know police station, or about what's the region? More video, police station,
Galam say. Police station. Omo to be a agenda 111. Adansi asokwa. Omo to be ewo afamena college of education.
Omo to school
mu honum. Lake Bosomtwe adrumu oboase airstrip airport ho. Galam say I mean why?
But when we were fighting Galam say Oheneba, when we were fighting Galam say na yet Kumasi na ye hwe no online near there. But when we were doing the campaign, na ye call a man send near area. You could see how you call man resistance or pa because when you first you call Galamsey no money say NDC catch on say so mo ba and to kono bejai omunye ampa mo ba omejai and no tin na nyama Galamsey when ba I have seen people as young as 6 years mo koy o mo say ba ko be fe no kodo and o mo di wa wie no na nkora no akoro makwa sase and when you have the youth and that as young as 6 years going to Galamsey side, then you know say it should be entokwa anu odene because himba yefufu ayo kodi ni fiefufu no wonnim be free I banch ni free o wonnim be abode ni free and abode ni banch no any mandis ni MPP so when we are fighting it with all our might ana empayfo bebre no kutem ti papa ba ko bom refinidi ono so no can neutral for omo no mo etata MPP papa ya you know so o GBC o se den
kana shigbe
anytime papa ndi bebe manum bia na yewura Asiedu nkete ma me nkotu no bia nka se ma plagiarize na papa ndi ya bam trim se sukum pepa jimi o ka se ma yi kan nkete Asiedu nkete kan na o ka se chema Wontumi din no betimi abaa magalam se jai kana sigbe anytime e beka ga no ka se bia chema Wontumi din na e chema Wontumi ko tu mi galam se etwa it is not getting worse. It goes to show say Chairman Wontumi was only used as a scapegoat. Na me go school in Oheneba, brofo mi suro ba ko pa scapegoat. Scapegoat say e be tuma say enya una odi bone no. Na mum ye de wo ye nsa na ho, am nkofo jai de omo ye no. So Chairman Wontumi is just a scapegoat. He is being used. But the crime was used no. And I'm so a political figure into no. Nkofo wo mo says as no. All right, government is doing nothing about it. Their chairpersons are doing galamsey. The president has admitted, said the party for me be to galamsey. And he's doing nothing about it.
It is not right to call for a state of emergency in the fight against galamsey. Now, my member, Chairman Fred Hobio, he's a lawyer. Na me pese me obi abenya asem titru kwabri easy for enti mama addressing is is a constituency chairman for Kwabiri East. In fact, constituency chairman wo mu caucus in Ashanti region. On the yomu chairman secretary and oye lawyer osa yo Oheneba to say the meme yo Oheneba ya
chairman we dey wadama o come nhia yoga was say omo mako school a omo ba mo say from professor nana obi anyi professor ni free so ko ba menhia nana no o just say en dey mo duro when the car was in as a man for be almost professor nana and a doctor nana no more do say professor it was very my chairman more be say lawyer no Oheneba say you run the car
okay young na chairman young question World Bank report HSA after the promise of reset any about papa abanyanum some 56 Ghanaians are still living in poverty.
56%.
56.4%.
More than half.
56.4% of Ghanaians remain in poverty. What they are not doing, labor agitation. Just this year, Anquano, Obeti Equo Weko, na nurses for na teacher for na Weko, university administrators. Yes, also called bear strike bear 1 month. Last week, no more resuming. And now teacher unions no be abo abayi koko so omo close of day Monday say automatic posting as a placement now or promising woman no omo nyano maka omo tifie say ama omo ina so air striking odi ano to nchan a wo so market ya won sensem living condition abayi nyana bi so ono omo edi nkomo nanso niema ma asetrem ahoche bom so kwa na ekosoro. And daily people back report said some of the transport commercial or transport operators raise transport fares by 30%. 30%.
On the promotion as of the results that came out, they should be put on the respective scales by close of work on Monday, 31st August 2026, as promised by the Ghana Education Service. Failure to do so, whatever happens thereafter, His Excellency should hold the agency heads responsible. We, the teacher unions, we cannot restrain any teacher from that particular day. We are saying we have done all within our power to make sure that this matter is resolved, but to no avail. We have been treated unfairly, we have been treated unkindly, and it looks like when we are speaking, people don't want to listen. And people think they can do as they please. We are telling them enough is enough.
Chairman,
Oheneba, enough is enough.
Is it not move for so 15 months in Tiamoka?
Yeah. Just say, Oheneba, truth is that, you see, Uchan Kuntumpo Masafaira, and someone grief we can during their campaign. The gargantuan promises that they gave, all in the bid to unseat a sitting government.
Yeah.
You have been successful. Now we are not asking for more. People are only asking for the things that you told them.
Said.
They are not asking anything outside that. It has become so difficult. Now, say, make sure something is clean.
Because a day may come, you may be asked to pick your own saliva and swallow. Because be a bomb, be a dirty, be a filthy. It will taint as well. Spit what is clean. So that when that day comes out, you have to swallow it back. It becomes easy for you to swallow. And now to Abai. They promise. Your man Penny Kosuk, I can't say a promise you know that is not your free. Into all Casani and yeah. Now, what is happening? I will not say it serve anybody right. I will not say that. But the thing is that your man Penny, and most especially the finance minister, they will not budge. I'm telling you, they will not budge. You remember the dead goat syndrome? A movie about the return of the dead goats. They will not budge. I'm sure the teachers union, they may end up doing their worst. They will look at them. I'm telling you. Hey, I buy some of them are Ketuyama. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is funny. Yeah, some of them are Ketuyama. Now, what this government is going, that's what the Galamsey, they can't stop it. That Galamsey never funded Mama Bank now. Who say argument by in the last almost 2 years seeing gold ball, because a horn now I didn't free bar. And there's who finance minister no approval. We heard our Minister of Education saying that over 70,000 teachers, yes, we have 7,000. And this is the government that promised us automatic posting. Now, automatic posting, you know, the vacancies are there, but they are not willing to fill. Workers' agitation now, I'm telling you that it's just a tip of the iceberg. There may be more. Because people are waiting in expectation of what the president said. Papa no want to try to Abontino. Baby a for press akwa akodui. Yeah, chance abamba ka say ya just transfer first. Abanye ye. On the 24 on the 20 papers. Nti enya me nwanwa say e be so e cha no pa. O meka say o so I increase first. This is the government we voted for. Mekai said between 2020 to 2024, I fear by me. I don't remember any year. Anana ado Emma for akatuantumu a single digit. Minkaibi. Or even less than 12%. Minkaibi. What are we seeing now? 9%. And workers are okay because they say tighten your seat belts. Now tighten seat belt, you know. Some have loosened their belts. Agitations in there, Papa, it has just started. Because people are holding the president and the government to their own words. And now the dad, I mean, I'm a and then a pound of flesh. I don't think so. I'm asking for too much. Imam Penny, yeah, the teacher for omunya board man crane ye my school ya na yesu omo obata na otijo mo to ade sabi na odne back school na a wo hwesa kwa meten school mapon no ti say ba say teacher dey say me ko cha bi ma akwa na odne kojum and odne ko tana hene ndomampani on heard the plight of our mothers, the plight of Ghanaians enkwala no na omiti teacher union so don't meet them fully. Have a discussion, meet them halfway. Na yehu de yebeko. Nemo say ye judgment and then be strike. As a matter of fact, Aban should know. Say Aban be no sort transman workers go strike at this stage. Dialogue, communicate, and meet them halfway. If you can meet them fully. Then when I say me three many, my funu means the eba. Then the nation is going back to maybe 20 years back. For me, the only advice I can tell them is say they should be a bit restrained and dialogue more, but the responsibility, the bigger responsibility is on the states. Because like I said, a promise that you gave and you must honor that promise. Now I'm calling on the various sectors, ministers, no, the agencies, no, the education ministry, importantly. So whatever they have to do, or see anything that happens, the government should hold the sector heads responsible. Indirectly, don't tell about anything that happens. Hold yourself responsible.
Teacher for feminine.
Of course.
What do you want or promise you say obey automatic posting net to China? Woman that promotion once and some and the promise they gave them and what they are doing today. Teacher for ne can once my
It's mama you say the teacher for no.
I'm sorry. Take you.
Teachers, our union leaders, Oheneba, Mr. Omo say, Omo money, and call Omo Jumanesui. No make sure say the welfare of the people are best served. The can I say, the kind teacher training for no Oheneba. Ye be say Omo duane semno, send the echo. Oheneba duane Omo di se pa no.
On the babu ama bene say e de no mu de man krama ekura na oni
enye easy the duane omo de mo te see ano terrible, so terrible, and if you don't do something about it ebia na akwakọ jinsemo, because the kind of food that they ma teachers need to see ano teacher trainees no ano odin abanye bibim fa ho ebiom ye ka ebem poverty ana say poverty a But say no, I taught the teacher say, and the money pay nipa, and answer the ma bema ye bema. I say, we bet me a tweetia, and you might try Musia, baby Auda, a Diana obedi, and a baby Abadan on Kanya Nusuka, Nina account. Until ye come more here, more crewman, Moheneba, Wontumi and teachers. What about me, teacher for me, you know, oh, my bushim. Me bra penny teacher ni, and I mean, we are Ketwa, as I teacher ni. Now, Oheneba. If I look at their finances and I look at how they live, I'm from magicians. Teacher for more me, but be their dancing. In fact, as a teachers in Kwan they never stop going to school. When they are being trained, they are going to school. They are going to school. So, and I say, I buy a form, say, Omoda so ye, say, you and Koda. And I'm so more, say, almost a school. Because Sika the man teacher for no. Would better crewman mon episode hard dying. Na the man nipa energy wa brabum say TV abehe on kania and no nyoma no wadam say and man the ana to da our dey timi you o free him. But member na o me teacher for no ba edini. One way ya waduma wo ye as a teacher will serve as a birth control for you. Teacher duma wo ye nti one way wontimi wo ntra mi nu. Because me no crowd no would me no crowd no one way a sure de no e betre say there be baby what do for being count now so me no person wo because if you have been paid let's say 3,500 let's do the maths now to compound house we put out 300 cedis a month now to your water bill ebia 100 cedis now to your light bill 150 cedis a yenti we nko mfiri baby na mayo now wa akoda ba akopɛ. Now this must show say in a month this amount of money won't mean share obusia. And then omubebre no one so enam say nkofo being guide o muntino bonso otususua na say yes we qualify for loan or co bank no ko loan no ko to asase so osidan no ko ton do nyina wuram baabi so osidan 25 years no da ko pension na dan no on do lentil level. The leadership of the teacher unions, they should find people to advise teachers. Now, instead of mortgage and as a policies, a teacher for no crown, and be a teacher's quarters or baby, a teacher for the Bakwa, or rent, they are not thinking about that. And they are always in bed with government that is the government of the day. And you know, when the teacher unions come to complain, I'm like, Uko was one Mugabe before going to Oheneba, teacher unions. We are almost 15 years, 20 years. They are not changing them. I will push that their constitution they should change them. Who say will be 8 years, you should go without coming back again. So that people will come with fresh ideas. And yes, sir, there will be a recycle of demonstrations all the time. I always tell them to leave the service. Not because I don't love Ghana, but because they become a liability to the family. And the young people also you teacher for year because the job they are doing, no. Some teacher come in or they have been money coach radio. So they have been money coach radio. I said, and Penica say for you from Pine and Shabano. Teacher, you might didn't because me might be. Me quite national service word. You so St. Anthony's MAGHS. What you so quite in Fiona. And what me Casadu baby say, oh, Cosco and opponents when did we or more? Yeah, impaired and yet Diana Pana. Now, what first listener? What me Casadu baby now as a wound when you subdue. One year taxes be uncle for coin between Cotrasia, one will be tracking America. And your bank coin before swore incentives apart from pay no and yeno. Young incentives to be a baboa. Together with the teacher unions, I be teacher Nina Brabo, a bay ye. Number teacher Nina Brabo, so I come a cacra. And yes, sir, recycling of problems I occur to Yavacoso. Ebium abase exchange rates are stable. Inflation a conform. Inflation conform to the community get to any Yabra Bomunoma as a simple nanka, ni penny yimpa, over matras. But you know, you say this inflation that we are talking about, stability of the exchange rate, fake. Fake because and your ma da brabomu hiano, Uko Bontina and Bo Soro. Dada brabomu, Ebiane, Ebo Cosro, and Kanyabo, El Cosro, and Subo, El Cosro. One more is saying, you know, I'm to water bill, I'm to enter water bill, no more to buying water from outside too is expensive. And the abandoned chocolate before so many teacher for halfway by making sure say all the policies and programs be go kwa more and be the ordinary Ghanaian because they say now I want children was system one wanting. Now by say TSA abontene. This government that is not creating job. We are not saying that so be the container see baby enya. Yen kosuman intina or bra. Ye pese ye makronumu. But you should do that whilst you are creating jobs because I'm not telling about one of your provision store or the container causes kwa una abaye bubu no. Some rante no so munya aduma nkombe ye. It is abaye no promise one job 3 shifts 24-hour economy. Nobody had 24-hour market and then 24-hour economy head no. About the culture say no 24-hour market no and kind of 24-hour economy no. It's more money lawsuit about 24-hour economy headquarters. No more start here duma. Omo duma na edema no munya start here. It's so see na wrong place that was you go and see the 24-hour market mum. And you be some penny say 24-hour market no. A local government they fully under another him because go for bebre egusua omo pay bia 24-hour market secretariat wo nobody omo suit aba because ya bebu will be bank see be 24-hour market ya bebu will be school see be 24-hour market ya bu will be market marketer na na be dan ko for do aban ba ya see ye ah obi GBA no odi nyomo kogum ya go market no see be 24-hour market 24-hour market no ehin na wo na me dia na meka say abaya wadwene ho man penyin o pese wodi ye no o fa wo megina on mo fa akoko baba ko mehye wonsem say the policy obi o pese wodi ye no emfa akoko megina on mo enka njo say watade a efe ne megina on fa akoko baba ko ense wonsem na konya akoko fa bobra na me metiwe na me tu obi fie na aban ma me nkoko 25 say me nkonye a na me da kobu akoso obi fie on aban the program was not well thought through enti and on the ma NDC for na NDC for so nya ma ne duru ba bie na omo wi na bie wuo eti ye kache Ghana for ye taxi drivers amoye demonstrations ahodo say na mo ka ne say na mo ko magazine a spare parts ne bo no kwa na ekosoro kwa obi say omo asem na mo ka adora for ye fa ka tro de ko ye fie no ye bi say o say no cross ebo no ye ntu mu na nso ene say wo fa ka kwa ahoma so anwumra wo fa ka ahodo be say na de kwa ahoma so wo be fa free ekrom na de be say no ga janshi na wo fra no ga janshi akota janshi asana fita janshi wuti ye ya no wanya odioma na so wanya ahoma so straight enti first no nanka ahoma so ye gi 6 series as 5 series no when nobody fie anwumra no no otu bia 12 series and 15 series dike bia nke tu mu ko 7 series ko akora nke ye enti de ye kan say enya ni sese me ye kira ban enya mpotwa bi ne ye twa kira ban na mmom ahokyere na aba ne ye kira mampanyini say enyoma wo promise ye when you were in opposition sema kese awo kan ye na oba ban mu no untimi nye ye enu nti na na Oheneba wo kase nadmofo ye ntu omo kan na nadmofo is no 20 na omo 45 ama be to omuka wasi sa branch executives nyina ko di ene o deputies na bo we o deputies be mienu ene asa yemi say ene they are packing admo they are packing youth in fire service assistant youth in police for the police assistant for the when they need video evidence say omo dey ntu omuka kra omo men duma dia omo dey MTT for na chi no omo no jitan
Ovan Bina.
Awuradia.
Police need direction say on for the chief.
Awuradia.
Astana kwande jiskaro.
Odo mu
hear that more orientation.
But fire service for the say, or ba fire service for mo ero mu ko yen. Fire service for so omo no, eja ne to aro meji omo dia na. Sirade. Or ba na me hu video bi na branch executives or ba. Na ye frawa ubejina no ma na ye de akokoba. Bako. Ana bu nyina tutu ba akore de ahye wonsem. Na the camera susun ye twa enche de betu billboard so. This is the government that we voted for. Ebra ye nya ban bia obaye. No wo si wo di free SHS aba. No wo si wo transform the school some of this term obaye. No wo du ba bi mi ko bosom twene hwe the model schools so a. Ye ru adutwum de ba ya na ko si or the whole pilot. No we are oba transform the call the whole of Ghana. Now hwe adwempo ye ru adutwum de ba ye. Na dan ko ko do board chidom. Na wunya finance minister mi finance minister e person ato force mi bi do wani ba bi no otuo MMDC is no mo excavator ko wuram de nti mo ni abre a mo excavator de chamfan ko wuram ji receipt no because there's no money come from the central government and the state agencies are odo bebre na there's no money to fund anything because ato force person Ghana looking good on the paper but agencies need there. Everyone for himself, God for us all. That is where we are now. Tibesre, your man penny say Esrano. Oma to contractors neka. Oma to Mexican system no. You say, and you will be because finally. Mimi penny am dono. Eye Yura Muntaka. Interior Minister. Me penasem pa. Bene Ghana for. Ebedu baby a hweni ya. Enfimi enu achi. Aho obedo so asen Ghana for. Sa child for no hinba. Interior Minister. Ekwanya efa outside Ghana bagana korukroma Oheneba efri sampa bewuram efri bebia bewuram Oheneba yesre interior minister se omunya nkrofo omu for special forces bi nkokwan no so no mo omu ye katela omu de sa nkoda bi no a omu sese sika okwan ho no ewura ye man mu no ye nya e bus bi a atra checkpoint 20 na sa nkoda ne bi tu kura omu a sa kwan no so sa immigration officers are going to no, they should have questions to answer because the numbers are becoming too much for us and every quarter let's not forget NDC for no are cashing in politically. That's why they are allowing them to come because when they come people treat them as Muslims and they go to the Zongos and they turn them there at the Zongos and tomorrow they will vote for them. But I don't want to see it as that. I want to see that those people, because they have nothing to lose, if they grow in our country, they will turn into criminals and attack us one day. The interior minister should do something about it.
Well, Chairman,
but not some working. I mean, chipping. Last year, next time I call Chad, maybe.
Chad,
yes. Nyankasa. I did visa application. Of course, we have to look for visa. My name is Channel Player. It didn't come. Chad. But look at the way we have opened ourselves to them. Make me a professional. Make me they didn't even reply. Until I couldn't go. Chad. Over for no French. Until French, I forget it.
Chad.
Yes. Yes.
Yuki.
That's what deny you. Reply.
Bano moba. On the daily.
My friend Fonso. Okay, French. No English. No. I mean, forget it. But look at the way we have opened our borders for Chadians who are man who are educated, no job, no influx of Ghana. And I say, we're just not serious.
Terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
Well, you prepare your home, go through all the reorganizations. You say you do national.
Yes.
Chairman, so far, how far? A reorganization towards election 2028.
Okay, Mami, that's it. Mami, Nika and Chia Mirror Titles Global.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm greeting Titus not because of anything. Any campaign I'm yamano. And pay. We inviting me in executive now.
Yeah, I know he's in Ashanti region.
It's a thing but the program implement me uncle. Me madam say nyabo apa na mama. This also a national program that we have to attend. That's why I'm greeting him. Yes. So far, MPP so good.
Omo 2024 abane you know MPP ogunumu ho.
Ne omanga say change narrative me share bi e bi as a narrative no. So far so good. Honestly, over time I started journey way from your polling station registration exercise in time no. Any baby I be drew ya nyame ya de. Nyame ya de. The euphoria said the team for see ahonka amount for person mo de be wura party nim. Uba kwa abre ye registration so the polling station na hu the energy. Na ya de say ye do obi asem na nke ya me sure say kwa abre kasa be you be 50,000 delegates. If we are not restricted to numbers, because everybody zeal me say me party juma. And no na ma me initial and that's what say ebe the peaceful nature. You know, about elections there. I prepare wom, I dey be prepare be interest wom, I dey be interest wom no. Yeah, na misunderstandings bem. But the still na me see expecting misunderstandings in any dey buy you know. I'm impressed. MPP for you there from the national level down. In fact, they be make say before mo transisi na yes say yemi kan yi flag bearer no. They've done the party good. They've given the party good. It was the best decision for me ever. Can you imagine saying Kasabri after na flag bearer? I mean,
Timba Umia,
Mekaunai,
Tim Kennedy, Tim Brian Champon, Tim Adukum, Tim Wani, from polling stations.
You see the team throughout to national. But a year Juma man say same pen so me the only interest is the MPP and the DMB interest.
Yeah.
That's the only interest. Any other interest is inconsequential. It's yet I'm say. So far, baby nyame ede MPP abedu no. Minim say ye be wie ye national one no na bibia aye set. Ye em say constituency adwuma no na sometimes interest to me bro a party no any so ade hu so na ma kaka abem ni ade. But honestly share me kwa bre me ne mpanifo bi share na edi nkomo. What they told me is they are so impressed in the way I can be here because of your numbers. No, say your numbers didn't think hits.
Yeah,
but we took a very bold decision, which was accepted by all. Now you have 1,400 existing delegates, polling station. In the past, now you have 800 plus. New ones are ever come. So we're like, okay, new ones are quite a good number. It's here maintain 1,004. New ones never know, and it was peaceful. Baby, a issues can cry. Be 1,004 papa womb. What one who bad na bishim or some person de me bishim. And when my proper challenges can cry. What I say, we are who by was it Medasi? I'm from one paper and I am But by and large, through all that, we negotiated, we dialogue, you communicated. Ama bibia atom. Me sure say it happen in many constituencies because politics in there they see what happen, you see baby. But me say yem penifo. Ade ba ko am person request they say ye to abewia afiechi. Abufun bi ani ho. Let me take opportunity to say a very good morning to the Ashanti Regional Chairman Odunoko Kwapia. On the team. Mate say omuguso omoyo appointments. Yen there that say ma me won enu no. Sir. We are expecting a team a bit me a year Juma Pijas and Timai. Ama the love will rise again for the campaign 2028. Sure. So I don't have any interest in who you are appointing to do what. Make sure say whoever you are appointing, avoid chronism in the appointments. Near her performance, and you can deliver with me at the deliver. Say it me yes I near me ya. About the papa or to be a baby original, be about it. Sir. But you're not 2 years one party we rally ourselves. Adia Bakwa maybe creepy into the party. I hope I say too much. Hey, the people who survive by Konkonsa. Hey. MPP must watch and guard that. The more Konkonsa thrive, how did he? It will make sure that industry will never collapse. But and no so come home and AD. Otono be afraid. Because I'm going to go. So one acting maturely, we are creating more enemies than friends. Because I may call constituency elections. Oh, I know be sending audio. Na me audio edu baby uti audio na uti oya ndimi ja audio ti. Which me ti audio be na wa auto no uti oya. Ndimi ja audio ti. Ah, o send audio na me very pa na show. Chairman, ma send audio bi, me ni asema say kasa botie. The business said me botie wi a. Me nya den wachiri. The zeal na say no ma delete audio no. Me nko wi nko nya head ke nko pepara para nko no. Da bi. Ye nko se de ye kono na. Ko edu baby a mama ko kawi obam chop money mama kawi obam chop money ada the party now say no any individual no it makes sense say nyina from the polling station na basro mama yen hwesa ade ni yes party no na ye da achen kokoma na ye chiri
tego fa be wi ni ensori nko na chairman lawyer enya kwan kushia mama so honorable Titus Glover
mama so mencha Titus Glover so SM fan na SM for baby bi o Mamincha
shut up all phone.
Mamincha Ebra Penny Titus Glover. Very fantastic individual. I remember Kwaba Abasant member. The new patriotic party, Asamba Kwa Ebeka. And they say media I don't want for friend mafia, I'm the friend strategy. In every elections there's a strategy. Strategy you do and do. Now media me because me say Oheneba me hunkrofobia be 8 years ago. Na omutiatia mu pa ene boni omudi.
No mo tetem so bi do mo
tetem say mafia omo eno menya tumi no omenya tumi boni omudi wo party nim
ete na ye di omo no mo tetem
no mo position omo anwini ene ye no we ye mi say no we ye mi say ene ye omo wini ye 4 years on hwe mafia omo born in the last election do we say say no masere enti strategy say ne want me uremu a ochina be urem ebiom asema me kan say Oheneba I have seen people do constituency executives o my constituency executive for 12 years mundi yensi obi a wonye police station executive crowd aban ba ko nya position eja ono onya constituency executive and you don't there should have to be a police station chairman a constituency executive Oheneba time me MP ni me di nkomo say me ma me nwane nko no china so okwan beba ne ade a meti ase there were people who were angry with me and I told them say it will not stop me from doing my communication job for the new patriotic party because me communication I was doing it before I wanted to be the officer near say mo bi nko I can still do my communication officer work communication work without necessarily being a communication officer if be a party power crown the connections I have within the party ebia me kokko abrea minim nyamsem ho minim chairman ho minim jojopon I know people from even other constituencies so mu say 10 year constituency bia no minim kofo bo ma me konam ko say oh me fu ya san obetima boa me na bia me constituency youth organizer kwa ontimi nko enti no mu me enfo nsem nhie mu bebre obi wonu mu a last 8 years na born mafia eni wa be wuramu but still nipa no a oye ne sa no ni won sem da so woni trimtie ka no nko ne nko ya adwuma pa ontimi ne nya adwuma mum yemfa ye ho nsem hye yemfa nche ye ho because NDC ni ene ne kwa akansi no they are very formidable by the results of 2024 we cannot do ordinary work we need to do extraordinary job to turn the ties and since I would position to also as a polling station chairman making sure say any person nko na wo hwe so you have about 25 houses to cover every polling station officer in my 7 you have more than 25 houses. You need to know the data, those who didn't vote. Say you want to know starting this year. National officers say, Oheneba, me say, we are not going to vote for people who have history in this party. We are going to vote for mobilizers. People who can mobilize people. Nipano or title or doctor. Yes, on the DMP, and on the DDNJ, and a party penny, and on the area. Say the party move here, no about your boy, no more for this year. Say the Parliament to Obama. because we are looking for people who can mobilize people. And you know, elections here, you know, we have voted for people who can mobilize people. And at the apex, at the top, we voting for people. Ah, muka choboya, and convoke say yay. And you more. I buy your money opposition. A man friend conform one crofo. Young mini public was here. Sikania original man, the penny and champion in Trimodin. Sikania original one penny in champion in Trimodin for. It will be a position one team board party for. I was there no open as a chairman piano. Whenever I will me 2 years Miamofo. So when you're going to vote, look at the person say, SMS here, I say a Korean first vice chairman. Is he a mobilizer? Can he say Chobo and people will come? The person no go you for organize another organizer. Or you'll be a or talk Chobo and Manko Foba. These are the people we are supposed to vote for. No more can say already and what the MP da, what the minister that they be. I don't draw a dom and your cobo, Sani Pano, the records in the party, right? The relationship with the party people. A Brabant or party vote because a Simesan or Bentin there, who call Oba. A better so I bet a direction near to the Intia. Sani Power in the power. See a 2 manual or Bob partner Yakono, there's me in power.
But as Chama, I'm sorry.
You know, final words. Na Yango Kwabri East.
Omo lawyers power. Secretary, lawyer, chairman, lawyer.
Kwabri East. Oheneba Kwabri ye reorganization exercise no. Me kan wa na team mfoni na mu de ekoso. Ye elections ni in fact enne ye started your thank you activities.
Thank you activities.
You call Brim Central Mosque enne every 12:30. Otina nyame adoma ye call ntonso SDA. E ho na ye to aba. It is answer on your to aba nti ya dwen se ko e ko de nyame ase e wo. Otina na nyame adoma Sunday you Kenya Methodist Church. Sorry, na yankode nyame ase. Area we are starting an electoral area tour, all the 31 electoral areas in the next 10 days. Na ye nati memufasi. Na ye da ase we na afi ye strategy going forward no so ato wani because a partnership ye no mo na e ba be ye dwumi. We are coming to start. You say ko sasa na na mo for e kwa bring na we have to do some church visitation. Yeah, started from now. We are not waiting for 2028. It's message say mo me yin efe munyim policy manya ba ko for na ye chairman am only an individual.
Yeah.
It's yin na ye fa ye munyim. Say me were nearly 2,200 polling station executives.
Wow. 2,200.
2,198 to be specific.
Was okay.
Army general.
It's a market one.
Parliamentary Prime Minister, 2,198. Me wo interest case.
You interest.
Case of course. Sure. But I say, see na my muso nyame ya aduma e channel pa be share on the state of Ghana couple any team no at the Wontumi Sports Buffet eba lawyer Fred Ajiman chairman Kwabri East and Daniel Teku, a member of the regional communication team from Kwabena. I'll see you, God willing, tomorrow morning.